already seen it. Nobody wants to be there.
It's a big bad show tonight.
Just can't take this damn parade. Who cares? Joe, there's a 2-mile wait to get past the damn green line.
Anyone who gets hit by a bear in the neighborhood, call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was...
Oh, welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Got you for a full show. Yes, full show tonight, full show tomorrow, and on Friday, because we are awaiting the playoffs. I love it. I love it. One of the best parts about being on the night show is the fact that we get to work games. We get to react to games and be the first to react and also come off that broadcast. And now we get to do it in the playoffs. The Bruins, of course, will take on Buffalo. Still awaiting a time on that one, I believe, because the regular season for the NHL isn't over, and I don't know why, but it should be. But it is for the Bruins as they are going back to the playoffs. Also, the Boston Celtics await their winner. They will start their first series on Sunday when they take on either the Orlando Magic or Philadelphia 76ers. That game will be happening tonight. We'll have you covered on that one all night long. Well, maybe we'll give you our Bally's pick of the night. And well, it sounds like we have a guy that is going to part of the show who might have a pick for tonight's game. So we'll have that for you there as well. The Red Sox winners, we'll start there in just a minute. And, of course, more Patriot stuff. And the big board is literally moving past me right now. That was funny. It's like the train just going right by you. But it's the big board train. Choo-choo! Anyways, we're here until 11 o'clock tonight. And again, you can call in 617-779-0985. And, well, we already got our people in the chat. Just go to youtube.com and search 98.5 The Sports Hub. You'll see us right in there. We already got 60 people watching at the moment. I already see our regulars. Somebody wants to know what I had for dinner. I had a slice of pizza from Slice in Wakefield. Say what's up to my buddy Christian. That's exactly what I had tonight. So good on you. But let's get to our opening take, which is presented by Super Service Today, day or night, and always done right. You need a water heater, you need a sump pump, you need anything. They got you covered. Visit superservicetoday.com. While the Red Sox, they went 3-3 on their road trip. I like to use a saying on the show here. 50-50 yes, 50-50 no. So I will pose the question out to you all. The Red Sox went 3-3 on the road trip. 500. 50-50. Are you 50-50 yes or 50-50 no on the road trip? It's very simple. Did they actually break even and not suck as worse as they are? Were there encouraging signs? Do you feel better about the team moving forward now that they have a 7-game homestand coming up? Do you feel better or worse? Are you 50-50 yes or 50-50 no? My take is 50-50 no. When you lose with Garrett Crochet on the mound, putting up numbers that have never been seen in Major League Baseball history, yep, that was true. His line, never been done. And then you lose with Sonny Gray. And maybe the team starts to lose it a little bit. You saw the Jarren Duran thing last night. Things got under his skin. He reacted. Right? We've already seen the team maybe early on have some frustrations. But today, I'm going to give you the numbers coming up in just a little bit here of how bad the Red Sox have been this year. How bad? Because it's been. And Alex Cora had to do something today to change it up, and I think it worked. But will he stick with it now? Will he stick with maybe taking Caleb Durbin out of the 2-hole? He moved up Ceddanne Rafaela, who had a hit and a walk. Not the guy I would put at number 2 or leadoff, but it worked today. The defense was good today. You got excellent pitching from Connolly early today. And no Wilyer Abreu in the lineup, no Durbin, no Marcelo Meyer. So they went 3-3. They needed to win the trip. So if you're 50-50 yes, I'd like to hear from you. At least there is another layer to it. They went 3-3 when their 2 best pitchers lost. So, I mean, I Ness and Joe could put those sunglasses on or that visor on if you really want me to. I can tell you they went 3-3 and it should have been worse. But it's actually better, and now they return home with rest. Now they're hitting the ball more. They can set up their rotation. No. Today was the Minnesota Twins winning 2 in a row, facing someone they've never seen before. They got hit early. Connolly early happened. But late in the game, a little interesting there when it came to the bullpen. The Red Sox are 7-0 this year when their starter goes 7 innings. How sustainable can that be? And I would just like to mention, this is me just being critical. Connolly early was good. He went 6 innings today. That's exactly what you want from the guy, and congratulations to him to finally doing that. It's been an issue for him. But right now, you might have to say, is he their most productive pitcher? He might be. Early today, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned. Did have the 2 walks, but 5 strikeouts. Gave up a home run on 85 pitches. Why did they not bring him out for another inning? Why didn't they leave him out for the 7th? Your bullpen needed the help. I understand you get the off day, but I'd like to be critical of that. I would. But the key today, they sat Durbin, Meyer, and Abreu. Roman Anthony played right field. It was a different look. Rafaela, like I mentioned, in the 2-hole. Yoshida was the DH today. Went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Trevor Story was in the cleanup hole. I laughed about it, but guess what? 2 for 4, 5 RBIs. He went deep. He walked. His batting average is finally over 200. Monasterio played first base today. I laughed about it. Guess what? 3 for 5 with an RBI. Sorry, Meyer did play. I don't know why I said that. No Contreras. Connor Wong got a hit today. Izzy had 2 hits. 1 was a squeeze. Is this what they're going to have to do instead of playing some of their big free agent or trades from this offseason? They're going to need the starter to go 6 innings and manufacture runs? It's not sustainable. And I give Connolly early all the credit in the world. He won the job in camp. He's been doing everything he can. I wish he could give you more innings. Tonight, 6 innings, absolutely solid. Absolutely solid. Exactly what they needed. And I'm looking forward now to every one of his starts. I really am. I just don't know if the rest of the staff, it's sustainable to go 6 innings and have your offense put up 9 runs without manufacturing it. So the 3-3 trip, you can look at it 2 ways. They won the back end of it to save the trip to go 500. On the other side of it, they should have been able to have a winning streak with their ace on the mound and 2 best pitchers going. 50-50, no. At the moment when it comes to a successful trip, a successful road trip for the Boston Red Sox. We'll leave it there. 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. I see you guys in our chat tonight. Someone said, Joe, don't forget WrestleMania. I'm going, baby. I'm here tonight. I'm here tomorrow, and I am taillights. And then I'll be in Vegas for 3 nights because that's the maximum that you can be there. Or at least that's the maximum that I can be there. All right. We'll go to break. Thoughts on the socks. Socks on the thoughts. Socks on the thoughts. We'll have more coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We're back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We're here all night long. Well, we're leaving at 11. We're out at 11. Hey, today, by the way, I'm Joe Murray. That's my name. James Scaramazino is here, Scaz. And Dawson DeBari. He's intern Dawson. And it's just unfortunate that, the guy who played Dawson's Creek died when you became the intern. So I think I'll remember you. I will remember you. But I didn't know that you played college golf. So the whole Masters talk that we did last week, you didn't say a word.
A lot of good golf talk back here with Dawson and Kevin Majori.
Yeah, you guys were having a blast back there. See, again, this is the funniest thing about radio. Like, people who are listen to the station all day, and they know all of us. Like, we're all guys. But they don't understand that I'm in a room by myself with 3 TVs. And I can only see them. I can't hear what they're saying, what they're doing. Like, when I see people go in there, I'm distracted right away. I'm like, who's back there? Why is Jake back there? What's going on with Jake back there? What happened on the off-air show today? What'd you hear? What's going on over there? So I'm distracted. So then when the TV's on, I watch the TV and I get distracted. Anyways, let's have some fun tonight. Where's our cookies? Oh, that Street Team Joe's coming.
That's tomorrow night, Joe.
Ah!
Tomorrow night.
I was really looking forward to the cookies.
That'll be Mrs. Ariano's treat.
Yes, I met the Arianos this week. That would be a funny show. Meet the Arianos. We got to meet his dogs today.
That's right.
Not in person.
A little Kobe, yeah.
Little Kobe and what was the other Wiggles? No.
Yeah, pretty much. Ziggy.
Yeah. Ziggy.
Yes.
Wiggles. But yes, we are meeting the Arianos, which is and Mrs. Ariano said she was going to make some cookies, and I really, really thought it was tonight. So that's a downer. Anyways, the Red Sox won, everybody. Skaz, 50-50 no or 50-50 yes on 3-3 6-game road trip being successful.
No. 50-50 no. I'm 80-20 no, Joe, in that sense. I mean, it's not an epic failure, but 3-3 is 500 baseball. That's not good enough, especially
50-50.
when you start how they started, and Garrett Crochet has the start he has. No, I would not call that a successful road trip. I wouldn't say it's a complete failure, but I also wouldn't say it's a super successful.
Was it a salvaging?
No. There's still work to be done. This is what happens when you put yourself behind the 8 ball. You don't go 3-3 stretch and say we fixed it and we're all good now. We went 500 for almost a week. Going 500 for almost a week, call me crazy, Joe, just not enough.
That's not good.
Not enough.
Not good. What was the difference today? Did you notice anything today?
I think, Joe, you'll have to remind me here, but the starting pitcher seems to go a certain number of innings.
Yes, 6.
That
6.
seems to be the magic number.
7-0 now when the starting pitching goes. But is that it? Like, I thought they had the strongest pitching staff in the league and the best rotation in the league. That's what I was told. And their defense was going to carry the way. Did you notice who wasn't at third base and batting second today?
The little guy.
The little guy. I don't even call him that anymore.
He's lost the little guy moniker?
I think that when you play bad, you're not the little guy anymore.
He's just a guy.
Double A Durbin.
Oof.
Like, think about it. Just what did they do with him? For those who didn't see the numbers, Brian Barrett had them. If you saw them,
he would be good in Worcester.
He was talking about how when it comes to actually hitting baseballs on the barrel,
I would say that's something you're trying to do on a nightly basis.
Yeah, well, you know what? When I was growing up, it was about driving the knob and having more of an area of the plate to swing through. I don't know. So like you basically, because the area had so much swing to it, because you were driving the knob, you could like you'd hear you're a golfer back there. You want the swoosh to be more over the middle of the plate with the barrel. Because the way that he does it, he's so little. that the swoosh comes when it's really far. But here I am. This is X's and Joe's right now. When he swings, right, his swoosh is back here.
A lot of air.
You want the swoosh to be on the barrel right in the middle of the plate. Like that. He has no swoosh. No swoosh.
This is really a visual.
Again, when you're the little guy who bats like this, right? And when he swings with all his might. But all his is here. It needs to be more middle driving the knob in the middle.
And so is that a Fatsy problem?
I don't know. I think it's Durbin's problem. I think that he, had to realize that he had some success and now thinks he's a power hitter.
No.
And this is what I mean by I can't be Coach Joe. I'm not teaching whatever I knew about hitting baseballs. These guys aren't learning, right? So again, when I tell you that when you swing, you want to have more of your barrel hit more ways of the plate.
So getting bat on ball, good.
Well, you want to have a lane of barrel. Yes, you want to make the chances of your lane bigger to hit a barrel than shorter to hit a barrel.
Hitting baseball, good.
But you need a lane of barrel.
And you're saying Caleb
his
Durbin,
barrel's up here.
Well,
he needs a longer lane to hit barrels.
Can only do so much,
I hope that makes sense. You know who does that? Really good? Yoshida. Yoshida has some of the best barrel and don't get me wrong, he sometimes does hit it off the handle and not the barrel, but he's at least getting that barrel lane. Ah, man, this isn't good for radio. Oh, we're on YouTube. Maybe should I get a bat? Do I need to be George Costanza, like teaching Derek Jeter how to go the other way? Is that what's going on right now? Anyways, even Izzy Kiner Falefa, that guy,
IKF.
All right, he is scrappy. Not great. But you know what? He does everything right. They might have to lean on him now.
Oh, boy.
How long does that last?
What a position for the Boston Red Sox to be in. You're leaning on IKF.
Well, they got to get that value of that $5 million, But right now, I'm telling you, he's the. They don't have an answer. I just want you to know that.
A lot of questions.
They don't have an answer.
You don't like Monasterio at first base?
Well, it looks funny with the goggles and the big glove, but today he had 3 hits. How do I hate on that?
Can't.
But with him taking that pitch right down the middle, and you saw that, Dawson? That was the worst.
You didn't like that challenge.
We should have an awards because they have 2 of them right now. One ball right down the middle, and the other on a 0-0 count. Like that. Those are the 2 worst so far. 50-50 now. I will do, Dawson, if you really, tomorrow night, when's our next game? Whenever. I'll do some barrel lane talk if you want me to do it. We'll grab the video. We'll have Jake set it up with the lights, and I will show you the barrel zones. Caleb is his barrel zone. It doesn't.
The wind. I'm not really sure what you're.
Do you know when you swing right?
You're doing
I haven't even swung the barrel out yet. I'm driving the knob. Well, when you drive the knob, you have all that barrel lane. When you swing high, your barrel lane's up here, but the torque isn't as heavy.
And batting 101 with Joe Murray.
I'm telling you. And maybe it is a Fatsy problem.
I think there is a Fatsy
He's the
problem.
Mr. Barrel. He's the guy who talks about barrels all the time, right?
He talks about a lot.
I have never the only time I've ever said barrel of the bat, you want to hit it right on the barrel of the bat. I think I got it right on the barrel, baby. When have you ever really discussed barrel of the bat in your life? Anyways.
Never.
Just this team, right? Oh, there was some terrible numbers going into this one today. I'll share some of them with you right now. And I see you guys lined up on the phone lines at 617-779-0985. Do you know that they're 29th in Major League Baseball in home runs? There's 30 teams, right? So they're the second worst, which would mean that they suck at sucking. Or they suck. Did you know they lead the league in whiff rate? They're second to last in the league in called strike rate. So therefore, they hit for no power whatsoever. But they love strikes. They love strikes. They need to get their barrel on the bat. All right, you heard enough from me. Let's talk to Jackson. He's in New Hampshire. What's up, Jackson?
Hey, Joe, what's going on, man?
What's up?
So I'm with you with the Connolly early being not letting him pitch the seventh. The game in Cincinnati that they took him out, and then Weissert came in and threw gas on the fire. They should have left him into the seventh inning on that game too. They were ahead 3-2 and took him out. Brought Weissert in. Anyway.
Yeah, no. So what you're
uh,
saying is they think they should leave Connolly early out and they're protecting him too much?
Yeah, when he's pitching good, I mean, depending on the pitch count, if he's under, 90, put him back in the seventh inning.
Yeah. Or have somebody bring him back out and have someone warming.
Right. Also, I wanted to say, I think we should start Monasterio at third, and let Durbin pinch hit, maybe.
Well, you know what might be right? You might be right about this. Monasterio might be the right guy if you're going to sick Durbin to play every day and make Izzy kind of that platoon guy that he is.
Right. He had 3 hits today, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of got to ride the hot hand at some point, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Especially when Durbin is in such a slump.
Right.
I mean, he's a good defensive player, but...
Yeah, well, he might have to play first for a little bit if Contreras misses some time.
Yeah, I hope not.
All right, dude. Thank you. All right, bye. Contreras looks weird with a first baseman's glove. Could he play third? I'm sure they'll never bring up Mikey Romero. He's my new guy. He's been my guy because I have a lot of his cards, but Bob is in Lawrence. Bob.
Whoever's not watching on YouTube, you're really missing out watching you swing the bat.
Oh, it was funny, man. You saw me swinging, right? Did you understand my barrel zone?
I didn't make it past Little League, to be honest with you.
No, but okay, you ever swung a wiffle ball bat?
Of course.
When you swing it, do you ever hear the wind, like the...
Yeah, of course. Ted Williams used to say, ask Mark McGuire if he could smell the wood, the bat smoking, the fire.
You want to have they need bigger barrel zones. All their is from the back. It's not in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, no, they've lost me, man, because Wade Boggs was the greatest hitter of my generation, and he would just make contact. He would drive the ball the other way. He would do approach pitchers, make them work the count, and then see a pitch you liked and hit the pitch whatever way it was going. And now they're just swinging every pitch for the fences, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, they love.
These guys don't,
they love the
chase.
chase.
Drive line.
They chase like it's nobody's business. Like me, yeah. I'm taught this again 25 years ago. Spit on the curve, spit on the change, wait for your pitch. They don't do that now, dude. They don't do it at all.
No, and they get driveline geeks chasing away Jim Rice from the batting cage.
Well,
stuff like that. It's why I'm calling, Joe. I mean, if you told me in 2003 when I was driving away from my buddy's house after seeing them blow Game 7 against the Yankees that they were going to win 4 World Series in the next 14 years, I would have taken it. And overall, you gotta step back and realize that the Henry and his guys have done a good job. But with it is coming so much. What's happened in that Fenway neighborhood, all the gentrification, how ridiculously high the prices are. I don't even go to games out of principle because I'm just not going to pay it. I'll go to a concert or whatever at Fenway. That's one thing, but it's just, we've had so much winning, we should be happy. But I just think Henry, if he doesn't want to put all his effort into this team, it's kind of a waste of time, isn't it?
Well, they're making money, but I think John Henry has hired guys to run the team instead of maybe his involvement. Did send me a Christmas card this year, though. Ryan's in Rutland. Hey, Ryan.
How we doing tonight? So I was just thinking, all this, Roman Anthony can't throw from the outfield, and if Contreras is going to be out, we don't know yet. Why don't you try Roman Anthony at first base if he can't throw past the infield as is?
So that would be, I will say this, I've considered it too. You don't do it this year, though. You don't, because let's say he snaps out of it and makes some good plays, like he's an outfielder. But do I think at some point in the future, in an off season, should they give him a first baseman's glove? I do.
Yeah, I definitely think they should. Explore in the off season because, if he can't figure out his arm and maybe a long-term solution there, and then Caleb Durbin, like you said earlier, he might need a hero to save him.
We need a hero. We need a hero. That might. You know what I've decided? I have decided that we need a hero to save us is the song of the year for the Red Sox. I think we need a hero who can save us. And I don't know how many people are going to sit here and wait. I don't. Skaz, what do you think? The rally cry song for the Red Sox, rest of the way. They need a hero to save us.
They don't have any heroes, though, Joe.
They need a hero. I don't know who it is.
It reeks of desperation.
This is where I'm at.
This is where the Boston Red Sox are at.
They need a hero.
They are a desperate franchise.
No one is going to sit there and wait. But I'm glad it's picking up because I've been talking about it a lot lately. I've been saying they need a hero. I don't know who it is. Could it be Monasterio? 3 hits today?
I think you're screwed if you're putting your hope into one of these platoon guys becoming a quote-unquote hero.
How about Trevor Story, 5 RBI?
No. Trevor Story is, like they say in the business show, streaky. He gets hot for a couple of days, and then he gets cold for a couple of weeks. That is the Trevor Story story.
Where's Roman's power?
Yeah, I don't know. It's right there with his arm throwing ability. It is lacking. It is nowhere to be found at this point. So I think there are real concerns with Roman's, health at this point.
Do you know who the 2 best batting averages are on the Red Sox?
Rafaela has been over 300 this year, I believe. Is it Yoshida?
No.
Rafaela, Connor Wong has been decent. So it's Rafaela and Wong. There you go.
And Abreu. But they were the 2 worst hitters. Would you say they're the 2 lowest hitters on their team?
Connor Wong certainly has shown the least pop throughout his career.
But is Rafaela, he's a hitter? He walked today. I couldn't believe it.
That's almost the more shocking thing when he walks to first base.
But he scored 2 runs. He walked. He had a hit. His OBP's 388. I don't know. I would never honestly put him second. But if you're going to give him the opportunity and he plays well, aren't you going to do it again? I don't know. When the homestand starts up, is it Roman Anthony, Ceddanne Rafaela back-to-back? Would they ever consider moving Roman Anthony out of the top spot? Those hitting numbers are atrocious. But today, Trevor Story, a home run, double, 5 RBI. He has 17 RBIs in 18 games. Oh, is that what you're going to say, Dawson? You looked excited about that. So if they play 162 games, he's on pace for over 150 RBI. I'm going to go no. Are they still going to get a guy to hit 20 home runs? Anyone on pace? I just saw her on my timeline. Rafael Devers struck out and then broke the bat with his hands. Not even over his knees, guys. He must be pissed. He's getting paid, though, huh? All right. Well, I see you guys in our chat tonight. People are laughing about my Christmas card. Yes, I did. The hero ain't coming through, Joe. Are you scared of the Knicks? Why do I always think you're talking about Jose Contreras? Joe, let the callers talk 5 minutes. I love Joe. Thank you, guys. Joe, you should be their hitting coach. Joe Physics. Joe, drive the knob, Murray. I'm telling you, if you drive the knob, you have a barrel zone. Get in the zone, the barrel zone. All right, we'll get to the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, Full shows, baby. The playoffs. Is tonight considered a playoff game, guys? 76ers? Yeah, it's a play-in, right? Or is this considered...
it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in.
Is this regular season stats still?
I don't think these stats count anywhere ever. I think they're gone.
So if the Miami Heat played last night, would that have been their 83rd game?
They did play last night, and it was their 83rd game. And their final one.
And how many points did Bam Adebayo have in that big game?
I believe that would be 83, Joe.
Oh.
A slight nod to Bam on their way to
That was
Cancun.
very, very nice gesture. Bam Adebayo, who got his leg held,
Pushed,
and then had to leave the game because of a back issue.
Fell on his rump there.
In a playoff game, in a play-in game.
Yes.
So he hurt his rump and couldn't play?
That is what appeared to have happened.
And would you say that Charlotte winning by 1 point on a drive to the hoop, if Bam Adebayo was there, he could have controlled the outcome?
I think the Miami Heat are a better team with Bam Adebayo on the floor, yes.
Okay. How about Joel Embiid on the floor?
Joel Embiid is, for the most part, pretty good when he's actually out there. And this season, he was very good.
Joel Embiid is probably one of the best basketball players on the planet.
When healthy, which is very, very, very sparing.
It's not even 50-50.
No, it's become less than 50-50.
He has missed more games than he's played.
Yes.
So is it true? We see things on the internet.
Not true.
I don't know what to believe. But he had an appendectomy?
Yes, he had his appendix. He had appendicitis.
Okay, appendicitis. So he's going to miss like 5 more weeks?
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long.
Well,
I thought there was a potential for him to come back in the first round, but I don't know that.
Oh.
I thought that was...
So if the Celtics drew the 76ers, they could see Joel Embiid?
I think it's unlikely, but it is possible.
So who are we rooting for today?
I don't. The Celtics should beat either of these teams in 5 games, 6 at most. So,
well, this might be a good time to do our Bally's pick of the night.
Oh, of course.
I'm doing the old Street Team Joe. He's a participant in this one now. Street Team Joe has picked both the 76ers and the Clippers to win tonight. We call that a parlay. So you can live bet the 76ers right now to win. You'd get plus money. And that would be courtesy of our good friends over at Bally's Lincoln. Pick every night. Bally's 4,000 slots, 100 table games, concerts, dining, a full hotel spa. Visit Bally'sLincoln.com. Follow Bally's Lincoln on Instagram. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? 877-9-GAMBLE. Now, Street Team Joe told me that he was on fire. So we are going to ride his streak because mine has not been good. We have Justin and Lynn. Justin.
Hey, Joe, I just have a thought on this game tonight for the Sixers and Magic, if I could. I'm concerned about having to play Philly because of the matchup, and we're in 2 particular guys, Kelly Oubre and Tyrese Maxey. They scare me a little bit, and I'm a little free. I just was wondering what your thoughts was if you have to play them in the first round with those 2 guys.
All right, dude. I want the 76ers. I just think that I've watched them play live. I think Orlando's a little heavier. They play a slow game. They're tough. Just feel like it would be a gritty matchup if you have New York on deck.
Does Kelly Oubre scare you, Joe?
No.
Tyrese Maxey, sure. He's an unbelievable player. We saw him live this year.
Edgecombe's pretty good
he's
too.
Great.
But he is a rookie.
Very good player.
He's a rookie.
Yes, and even though he says he doesn't know what the rookie wall is, I think we all watched him hit it at some point this year. So yeah, they're a young team and they're just flat out not as good as the Boston Celtics. So I don't think Andre Drummond is a difference maker at his age. I would not be worried about the wave poppy Kelly Oubre taking over a series. Tyrese Maxey could win a game, might even win 2 games. We see that in the NBA. Guys get hot. Dejounte Murray, like we've seen it before. It happens, but he's not a series winner. Not against this Boston Celtics team. I do not believe.
What is the rumors going on with the head coach of the Orlando Magic?
Jamal Mosley?
Sounds like the players are unhappy.
I have heard that regardless of what happens in the play-in and or playoff, he will be fired. I don't know how true that is, but that is what the internet is saying.
See, that's what I heard too.
Paolo Banchero, not a fan.
Like, what's Paolo Banchero going to look like when he's 25? He's a moose. In a way, I feel like he should be better. Like, we've seen LaMelo Ball take a step this year.
Have we?
Have we seen Paolo? No.
But, I would take Paolo over LaMelo 10 days of the week. And I don't like Paolo, but he
well, one is bigger.
And he's 23 years old, and he at least attempts to play both sides of the ball. And LaMelo's wildly talented, but I don't know if he's a winning basketball player at this point in his career.
Do you know what it is? Maybe Paulo is great, like you say. Like when I watch Charlotte,
he's wildly inefficient.
When I watch Charlotte, I'm like, LaMelo Ball is good.
Yes.
When I watch Orlando, I'm like, yeah, Paulo is good, but
it's ugly.
He's a moose.
He's a moose. Yeah, I think if you're a Magic fan and you think Paulo's going to be there, you're hoping he becomes even somewhat close to Jason Tatum. He's not nearly the offensive player that Tatum is, especially, shooting wise. But at 23 years old, you have to hope that in 5 years, that's who he is, closer to than he is today.
All right, well, the Celtics await the 76ers Magic. Bruins will take on Buffalo. We'll talk about them coming up. Oh, we're going to talk to Casey Hudson from Nesson tonight. She'll join us at 9:20. The Revs played last night. They have another game this weekend. Brooklyn Reigns will join the show tonight. He's a character. You should hear him. He's pretty good. So we'll talk to him at 8:20. We want to hear from you as well at 617-779-0985. And, of course, we have to pay the bills. Sour the Sports Hub is brought to you by our good friends, because they are our good friends over at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off an extra drive through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray.
More Joe Murray.
I was debriefing with Jake Seymour before I leave for Vegas. Jake did the off-air show. Do we know anything that happened on the off-air show today? Me either. What happened back there, Jake? Tell us. Oh, Jake talked about watching A Bronx Tale. I heard that. What else you got? I heard that. I heard them talking about taxes. What else did I hear? I heard that. I heard taxes. I heard the Sphere.
Yeah, we talked about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, yeah.
And should or shouldn't get in. I was duped by AI as well. AI told me Nirvana and Pearl Jam are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They are. So
you got duped.
L for AI. Just another L.
L AI. Anything else? Anything?
We had some Artemis 2 follow-up thoughts from Felger, just about how great the re-entry was and the heat shield wasn't 100%. It wasn't known if it was actually going to work 100% because of what Artemis 1 had went through. So he thought that was really cool that A, it worked, and then B, it was just a touching moment.
Did you know that Skaz also was interested in that?
Skaz, you were interested in the Artemis 2? He's shaking his head vehemently in disgust.
We talked about it the other night.
I like the Artemis stuff. I like space. I'm in on space. Joe, are you in or out on space travel?
I'm in on watching stuff about it.
Would you ever go to the moon?
No.
If the opportunity presented itself to you, you wouldn't go to the moon?
No.
Oh, I'm out on that. I would totally go to the moon.
Yeah, but dude, there's a lot of risk involved.
No, you're right. But you imagine how cool it would be if when you come back and be like, yeah, I was up there.
Can you wake me up when we get there? I'd be that kind of guy. I don't want to go through the experience of going to the moon.
No, that's part of it.
No.
Absolutely it is.
Wake me up when we get there.
Trapped in a metal container? What about flying? You feel that way about flying?
I'm going to be flying this week.
Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up.
And I like to sit on the aisle, but I have to sit on a window this week.
I agree. The aisle is the best place to be.
And I'm a large man, so I'm hoping I don't have to use the bathroom because I don't fit in the bathrooms on a plane.
Well, that's your first mistake is you're contemplating using the bathroom.
Once I don't want to use the bathroom.
Seat, it doesn't move.
No, you're right. As a large individual, you don't move.
I don't go to the bathroom.
Yes, because if you move, you're...
Personally, not to be that guy and to be kind of rude, if I get frustrated when someone else has to get up in the seat.
Bothers me.
But now I got to move everything and get all set. And then what am I supposed to do?
And
am I just going to stand there in the aisle? That's frustrating to me.
You know what I do? I shake when I get up, I don't just get up. I grab the head of the chair in front of me and lift my body up.
That's pretty bad. Now you're being obnoxious to the person in front of you. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well, it's because I need help.
Oh, I see.
And plus when it's tight like that. Anyways, so that's it. Anything else happen?
I think it touched on most of it. We had a bunch of listener comments as well about taxes.
I heard that.
And,
don't you wish you could pay where your tax money goes?
That'd be interesting. I just wish... I don't understand why we have to file for taxes.
Oh, God.
My paycheck, I lose money to taxes.
Yeah?
And they want me to calculate how much money I'm supposed to owe.
How old are you again?
23. I've only had to do taxes 4 times, and it's really stressful.
Yeah. Imagine...
Maybe a little more than that.
It's not cool.
No, it's just not fun.
It's awful.
I've already lost money in taxes. Now I got to lose more money?
Yes.
I'm not anti-government. It's not that part. It's just...
Whatever your salary is, just take out 30%.
I'm just worried now this year. I obviously work 2 jobs. I have 2 W-2s. Am I going to get killed in taxes? Or I have to owe... what do they say? You owe $7,000. I don't have $7,000 in my bank account. What do I do? Take out a loan to pay the federal government? Guess what? I already have a federal loan for the student loans.
You go on a pay plan. Oh. And then you just wait forever.
So out on this. Growing up sucks, man.
Well, this was Seeing More with Jake Seymour. Thank you, Jake. I wasn't expecting that, Skez.
Can we, fix the FNMBTA before we go to the moon? Can we get working, highways and sidewalks before we go to the moon?
Well, they have raised the prices.
Maybe we get food that isn't all poison before we go to the moon. I don't know.
That is true.
It's just my basic ass.
Do you think the higher rates for the FIFA World Cup will help?
I have just a small hunch, Joe, that this whole World Cup thing is going to be an unmitigated disaster. And I feel bad for the players.
Do you think you're going to be able to make it to work?
Probably sleep here.
And what do you think the hotel rates will be?
Who knows? Maybe I should sublet a room,
You know what?
Joe.
You're
Maybe
right.
I should rent a room.
Yes. Oh my God, you have driveway space, right?
Yeah, plenty of driveway space.
You could rent out your driveway $100 a spot. It's just as much as the train, anyways.
Yeah.
And then they
Quick
can Uber
little
over. Oh, maybe you can get your old man to be like the chauffeur.
There you go. He's still working.
But what I'm saying though is maybe
retired yet.
No, maybe he could like drive them from your house to Gillette. $100 to park, $200 combined. And if you have 4 people, it's still $200.
There you go.
That's cheaper than getting in.
Gotta be.
The hell are we going to talk about here? The Bruins?
Yeah, they're going to the playoffs. Felger likes James Higgins.
That was a shocker.
No, it wasn't, because now he gets to criticize him anytime he does anything wrong, because he actually has expectations for him now because he's good. That's the way you got to do it, Joe. If the kid sucks and you don't think he's any good, then who cares if he's bad? He stunk the whole time anyways. But if you think he's...
It's a fence riding like?
Of course. I mean, guy's had his cheeks in between the fence for years. That's where he lives.
I haven't listened. Again, my listening of 2 to 6 is limited these days.
You're a working man, Joe.
That's right. I'm technically a competitor of theirs, but I'm not competing with them at all. So what are the feelings on Pasternak getting 100 points? Is it a...
I did not hear any Pasternak talk today.
But I mean, is he stat padding?
It was early in the game. He didn't go for the goal, so I think he gets a pass.
I mean, he had an assist on the opening goal.
Yeah.
He was the reason why the goal happened.
He was.
Well, besides putting it in the net himself.
Geeky, nice little shot there. Geeky didn't go for the 40th goal either. Sat at 39.
Do you think he's going to get like his Adams division jersey from way back when, the old Buffalo versus Bruins Adam division rivalry? They played in the playoffs 8 times. The only team they've played in the playoffs more, Montreal, 34.
That's a lot.
Maple Leafs, Rangers. Bruins have won 6 of those 8 previous series.
I would say that's good.
The most recent one, back in 2010, we didn't find anything in the system last night, did we? That was the last time they played Buffalo in a playoff. Buffalo's a diehard hockey market, I would say.
Most expensive first-round ticket, I believe, is for this matchup.
How come they haven't picked when the game's going to happen yet?
Who knows? Because we don't. The season's not over, Joe. I think that's their excuse right now. It's not officially over until Thursday.
Wait, just real quick. I'm not like fully like this isn't Pat LaFontaine, Buffalo Sabres like I remember back in the day.
Yep.
But Tage Thompson is like one of their big time players.
He's a monster.
Do these guys have playoff experience? No, they don't, right?
Well, they have some guys on the team who do have playoff experience. Let me see. Let me grab the roster here so I can give you some guys. But yes,
no, you know who has Zucker has 50. He's played. Alex
Luke Shen has 2 cups. I'm pretty sure with Tampa Bay, so he certainly has some experience. Yeah, Jason Zucker, you mentioned, former Penguin.
Bowen is it Bryman? I think he went with Colorado years ago.
That's a hockey name there.
Wait, Alex Tuch. How do you say that?
Tuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was with Vegas.
Yeah, one with him.
So, yes, they I mean, you'd say they might have some guys with even a little more than some guys in the Bruins.
Pasternak and McAvoy, almost 100 career playoff games. Zadorov, Arvidsson, Corrali, all over 50 with Lindholm. Jeremy Swayman has experience.
And that's really, I think, that is your biggest advantage in this series. You have the goaltender. You've paid the goaltender. This is why you pay him, to win series like this, where, on paper, people say Buffalo's a better team. But, I mean, if you're not too familiar with the Buffalo Sabres goaltending situation, they have Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's his real name. They have Alex Lyon.
You think they'll go 2 goalies?
Well, so that's the thing, is they've been one of the better teams in the league while rotating goalies, and at times 3 goalies throughout the season. Colton Ellis has been there.
Didn't you know one of the guys?
No, I don't know. No, someone we work with
Somebody we work-
is cousins with
Oh, okay.
Lyon or
There we
something
go.
like that. I don't know the exact connection. Not me though. But yeah, so I think that should be your advantage there. And Lyon is a smaller goalie. Pekka Luukkonen is one of these newer, 6'5", 6'6" type goalies. Lyon's a little on the smaller side. I think he's 6 foot, 6'1". So, if he's in net, I think that's a real opportunity for the Bruins. And, you can't ask Swayman to stand on his head every single night, but you got to expect him to do it a couple times. That's why he's here. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. And you're one of the people that mentions this more than anybody, Joe, but that's how the Bruins play. It's almost how, unfortunately for fans at times, how they've always played is from the back out, and especially in the playoffs, it's been about goaltending. The only time they've won anything in the last 60 years is because they had the greatest goaltending in the history of the league. So if that's the bar you're setting, where the only thing you ever win is if the goalie is the greatest of all time, that's a high bar to accomplish. But unfortunately, that's where they've been. So they do need a lot out of Jeremy Swayman.
The defense is going to come down to the guys in front of Swayman. We'll have Casey Hudson on later tonight. That's something her and I say all the time. Because I do like to be critical of the goaltender every once in a while. This year, I don't think he's deserving of it. But, that final week of the year. Oof. Korpisalo's been good too, man. Hey, Swayman had a shutout going into the playoffs. Maybe that's his statement. But I think, and I saw the odds, they're plus 150. Which is kind of
like that.
Which is low.
That you know what that does to me, Joe? That tickles me a little bit. I mean, it makes me feel something.
Yeah,
they got a shot.
Minus 170 is, to me, not a heavy line for
plus
Buffalo.
150. I mean,
number one seed. Essentially, it's 1 versus 8 or 1 versus first
2-7 or whatever
it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, we're going to talk to Brooklyn Reigns. You got to hear this guy.
I'm excited for this one, Joe. You've been kind of a hype man for Brooklyn Reigns.
He's a cool dude. He's the midfielder for the Revs, who play this Saturday. They won last week. We'll talk to him coming up next here on the Sports Up.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.
and the 76ers this Sunday right here on the Sports Hub. We're awaiting who the Bruins will play. The Boston Bruins, they're playing, Buffalo. We don't know the time yet, excuse me. And one of our other flagships here is the New England Revolution, who had a win last night on our HD2 station. And joining us right now is Brooklyn Reigns, who I've talked to before in the past on our Nesson channel. He's now joining us on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Brooklyn, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and the season was about to start. We had like this big hype video. I was asking you about all the guys that you're playing with since you came over from Houston. But just last night you guys played, man. Just the U.S. Open Cup. Can you tell me about that? And I believe you won that tournament in the past with Houston. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's a great tournament. I think it's also a tournament for younger players like myself in the past, just a way for them to kind of showcase themselves and just, get minutes. In the past, I have won it with Houston, so it's definitely worth it. But yeah, all around, it's just a great tournament to be competing in.
So you guys obviously won your MLS game. You had the DC United win 1-0. You guys take on the Columbus Crew. But before we get into all that, man, tell us about your background. From what I remember talking to you, you're from Liberia. You were raised. Where were you raised? Was it Chicago? Where were you raised? Tell us about your background.
Yeah. So like you said, I was born in Liberia. So I'm actually adopted. So I was adopted at the age of 1, along with 2 other of my siblings at that same time. And I moved to Chicago along with them. And kind of from there, I think from ages 5 to 13, I just played for a local club in Chicago. And then from there, I moved to Arizona at 13 with my whole family to play for the Barca Residency Academy. And I was there for about 4 years. And then I did a showcase with the Barca Residency Academy. I think it was, if I remember right, it was down in, California. From there, Houston had gathered me after one game, came up to my mom, and were like, we'd love for your son to, do a visit, just because I think I was 15, turning 16 that year, so it was kind of like a next step for me. And luckily, I got to go on the visit, and it was right around the time where COVID happened. So on that visit, I had got COVID, so we just had to do the whole thing online. But that's kind of where, my, SA foundation started. I was with Houston for 4 years, got to play a lot of minutes, got to make a lot of new relationships, won Open Cup, and then now I'm here in New England, reunited with a couple of my teammates and my head coach from the U20 national team.
So how old are you right now?
21.
So you're officially 21 years old. I'll bookmark that one for a minute. But dude, you're 15 years old. You mentioned the COVID years. You were in school. You were trying to, what's next for you during that time. I'm sure it was very difficult. But what is it like when your family kind of puts everything on hold to, hey, this kid has a chance to really, play professionally or worldwide, or this could be your income. This could be your job. Was that pressure for you and your family? How'd you guys figure all that? How did that all come into place?
Yeah, well, I give big props to my family just because how much they've sacrificed for me. I think around that time, obviously, I think me and my mom understood more than my siblings. I think they were more just we're moving to a new state, it can't be that bad. I think they knew it was for soccer, but I don't think they knew, what the intentions were behind it. For me and my mom, we knew this was something that I could, make happen professionally and make money. Not that that's the main focus, but just something that would, allow me to provide for them maybe further down the line. So, it was mostly my mom. She found the Barca Residency Academy. She thought it would be a level higher than what I was already playing, and obviously a way for me to get recognition. And then that's also how I got involved with national team, was playing with the Barca Residency Academy. During that time, I think they were just starting up like U15 like national team camp. So that's kind of how I got introduced into that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm very grateful for my family, and like hopefully I can play for as long as I can and just give some of that back to them.
Well, you know what? I will tell you this, man. You're a humble dude for that, and sometimes, dude, I have to tell you, it is. I know you don't make it about money because you have this full. You're going to keep moving, man, and you're going to keep doing things, and you'll get endorsements and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. 15 years old with a chance to be a professional athlete. That's something different. Like this is why I want to talk to you. I can't relate to that. When I was 15, I wanted to play, PlayStation with my buddies in Mario Kart. You know what I mean? So like, you're kicking softballs and traveling the world.
Yeah, I mean, for me, even at that age, it didn't feel real at the time. Like when I first signed, like it was kind of like something. It was just like, wow, I'm really here. Like I really get to now do the sport that I love and like make money off it. But even at that time, like I was still, playing on my PlayStation, playing with some of my friends, doing school, like even with trainings in the morning. But yeah, it was, to be honest, it was great. And I think just being in that environment at such a young age has helped me come so far. Like I'm a lot more mature now, even though like I'm 21, so you're kind of expected to be mature. But I think just being, around like a lot of different players, just learning a lot about a lot of different people and then meeting new coaches and stuff like that, it's definitely helped me come this far. So yeah, I mean, so far it's been like a really great experience, and I just hope to continue to, win games and make good relationships. And then again, like I said, give back to my family.
Yeah, there's not many 21-year-olds that have played 5 years in a professional sport or anything like that. So just wanted to give you props on that. My producer, Skaz, he's the one you talk to. He's a big footy. Oh,
really?
He loves foots. He loves soccer. I call it footsies.
Yeah.
He likes to play a little footy. You got anything for Brooklyn Reigns there?
Well, yeah, he mentioned the U20 team. He's got some of his teammates with him now. We've talked to Ethan Kohler. I think Marcus Zambrano was one of those guys. But we're still a little unfamiliar with head coach Marco. And you've played for him before. I like what I've seen so far. He seems, great with the media. A lot of young guys have a lot of good things to say about him. What was your impression of him, when you first got with him with the national team, and now that you're back with him and those guys? Has that been kind of an easier transition for you?
Yeah, 100%. Especially, obviously, like you mentioned, my teammates have made the transition really easy. But then again, with Marco to be reunited, it means a lot to me. Like I've known him, I think, since U17, and since that day, like he's always had like confidence in me. He's always allowed me to go out there and play free and just understand that he has my back. And he's the type that he takes the human aspect into consideration as well. So he's definitely like a person, if you needed to, you can go knock on his door and just have like a general conversation. As a coach, like personally for me, he understands the game very well. He understands what he wants specifically from players and how he wants us to play. And I think for me, just again, like on a personal standpoint, just being around the environment that he creates, like within a team or a club, it allows players, I think, to kind of just go off that and understand that like he's fully committed, so that like that allows us to also be fully committed. And for me to be reunited with him again here in New England, it's meant a lot. So I'm just hoping I can, deliver and then, just help win trophies.
Yeah. All right, Brooklyn. Are you a gamer?
I am, yes.
Is everybody? Matt Polster, I did an interview with him, and he was just gaming while I was talking to him. What do you guys play? Do you guys play each other?
Some of us do. So, like, we are like me, Ethan, Griffin, Peyton, and Eric Klein. We all play FIFA. We play pro clubs. So we just create a player for ourselves and then just pick our positions and just play that.
What's the name of your created player?
My created player? So I named my player Klein just because, after Eric Klein, just because like Eric's like a really cool and chill guy. So like I just thought it'd be cool to name my guy Eric Klein. His guy's also Eric Klein. So, but But yeah, it's always a good time when we play clubs.
Skaz tells me that people talk a lot of trash when they're doing their gaming.
A little bit. It's not coming from me. It's mostly coming from other people. I won't say names, but
Griffin,
they know who they are.
Dude, so last week we had Peyton Miller on the show, and you know his story, right? He's probably 18. He's from Connecticut, so he's we got to try to pull things out of him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
all of a sudden I find out that he eats 9 pancakes before every game. 9. Did you know this?
I did not.
Dude,
quite a few pancakes.
He eats 9 pancakes and he takes 3 showers a day. So the next time you see him, be like, dude, do you really eat 9 pancakes and take 3 showers? Do you think that's weird?
I mean, everyone has their own way of doing.
Oh, come on! Just say it's weird.
Habits,
it's weird.
But, I mean, yeah.
I know he's your teammate, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't mind it, but like again, that's
what do you
not
got?
very common.
You got any superstitions we don't know about?
Not really, other than just reading the Bible before a game. That's pretty much about it.
Is there like a certain?
Yeah, I wouldn't eat 9 pancakes or shower 3 times a day. That's a bit.
What do you think?
Too extreme, but
what do you think you could eat the most of?
Probably eggs. Like sunny side up, fried eggs.
So you would fry? How many fried eggs do you think you could eat?
About. I to be honest, I could eat about 20 if I really wanted to.
No. How many? Like I like when I do 4, I scramble them up. I'm a scrambled eggs guy, but I can do 4 easily, and that's a lot.
Yeah. Again, I'd say about 20 fried eggs.
20 fried eggs?
Yeah.
You're gonna eat, and what do you just take? Like, do you put it in one bowl, or do you do like 5 at a time? How does that work?
To be honest, I'd probably just get like a big skillet, or like I'd have like a separate frying pan and then just a big skillet, and then when I'm done cooking them in the frying pan, just throw them all in the skillet and just eat out of the skillet.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you put on your eggs?
Just salt and pepper. Might throw a few hash browns in there, just because why not?
No ketchup.
Yeah.
What about ketchup?
Maybe, a little bit of ketchup, just a drizzle. Yeah.
Okay. That's how I like to roll. I like to make a wrap now is what I like, and put a little
that's awesome.
little sausage in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 20, you could do 20 eggs. Peyton Miller does 9 pancakes. What is there anything that you could tell us about, like any of the other guys? Like, is there who does like the weirdest stuff on the team?
Weirdest.
Come on, you're not calling anybody out. You're having fun.
I don't know anymore, but I did see, I think one time, I think it was Griffin, he just had like a plate of, I think it was like pineapple, a piece of bread, and then like, I think some celery and hummus, and I was like, this can't be.
Pineapple, celery, and hummus? Ow.
Yeah, I mean, it was on, I don't know, like why or like what the reasoning is. I don't think he does it anymore, which I'm glad, because I mean, that's shocking. So, but it's, again, whatever you need to do before a game, I guess.
Do you like buffalo wings?
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a wing guy. I will eat them, but they're not my first choice.
What is your first choice?
I mean, any breakfast food, to be honest.
So like hash browns
or a burger.
Oh, burger? Okay.
No, yeah, burger. I mean, waffles. I love waffles.
You ever do chicken and waffles?
I have. It's pretty good.
I love it, and I put the syrup on there too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, have you been to a Bruins game? I know the last time I talked to you, you said you've never been to a Bruins game. Have you been to a game yet outside of the Revs games?
Unfortunately not. I would still like to go to one sometime I'm here.
Right.
Also to when the football season starts, Patriots game. But I have been to a few of the Boston Legacy games, and they're pretty cool. So
that's cool. And where are you living in the city?
Yeah.
You living in Boston or near the stadium?
I live close to the stadium. I live in Mansfield.
Oh, okay. There's a big concert venue out there. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You ever go to...
Two of the guys have been telling me about it.
You ever go to a show?
I would like to. No, I would like to, though, with some of my teammates if they ever have the time.
All right. Well, I'd like to go to a game with you guys. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think it would be cool if I could drive or had someone drive us, and then I could take you around the city, and then we could try different places to eat food, and we could try like different breakfast spots.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
You're out,
sure.
You're out in Mansfield, but there's a place called the 50s Diner. It's in Dedham. It's like a nice greasy spoon, dude. You'd love the eggs there. You'd love their breakfast.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll be sure to check it out.
I'll talk to Adam. We'll make it happen. Hey, real quick. So obviously you're Brooklyn Reigns. I'm going to Vegas this weekend for WrestleMania. And
nice.
I'm sure you know of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Do you like Roman Reigns? Do you know his theme song? Do they ever play his song when you're? I mean, he is. Are you acknowledged because of Roman Reigns?
I mean, yeah, I can't say I watch a lot of wrestling. People have mentioned him to me just because our last names being the same, spelled differently, but still pronounced the same. So, but yeah, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Listen,
I think he's pretty cool.
What you need to do, because I know you started and played 90 minutes last week. All right, when you score a goal, dude, you got to throw up the ones. Just throw.
Got it.
You got to throw up the ones, my man. That'd be like and I bet you that would go viral. I bet you WWE would pick it up, and then they would give you a belt, dude, and then they'd bring you to the Raw, and it'd be like, hey, check out Brooklyn Reigns, dude. It would be awesome.
Got it. I'll make sure. Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited.
I like that one.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes tonight, man. Good luck. You guys get the next game Saturday against the Columbus Crew. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate your time tonight, Brooklyn. We'll catch up soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You got it, buddy. Take care. I asked him a million questions.
Might have been the hardest interview of that kid's life, Joe.
No. When we had him on TV, he was like happy and having fun, but I felt like the boss was behind him or something. You know what that's like with the teachers looking over your shoulder?
Not at night, Joe. Not here. There ain't nobody here.
Now I'm going to ask everybody what do they eat now all the time?
Dawson, he was cutting some video for us. He comes in during the interview, and it was in the portion where you were asking him what food he could eat the most of. And Dawson goes, "Does he ask this of every guest?" And I said, "Now that I think of it, yes.
Yeah.
I think he asked every guest what food they could eat the most of."
20 eggs, bro. And you know what's funny? I respect eating out of a skillet. You know why? Because if you get pastas at some places, I'm trying to think of the name of the place that's in the casino there. Why am I? But when they serve you pasta, they cook it in the pan. They serve it to you from the pan. Like, that's incredible. I love that. But 20 fried eggs, bro?
That's a lot of eggs, bro.
And like, what do your farts smell like?
I mean, that is the only follow-up question you can have. How many deviled eggs you can make with 20 eggs? Like
20 eggs,
that's
bro?
a lot of eggs, man.
I tell you, I do 4, and I'll scramble them up, dude. And sometimes I'm like, damn, why did I go 4 eggs today?
I usually go 2, sometimes 3.
2 is like
sometimes
a perfect
3
number.
but yeah, usually 2.
A 3 when you're a little hungry.
Maybe on a Sunday morning you need it. Yeah,
I go 4 because go big or go home, right? I have this new concept now. I don't believe
a new concept.
It's a new concept.
I'm excited for this.
I learned it on TikTok.
Okay.
I take 2 pieces of bread, whether it's bagel, muffin, white bread, whatever. You put them in the pan first, guys. Then you scramble eggs and you pour the eggs in the pan so it goes all around everything, not on the bread, around the bread. And then when it looks like it's cooked, put your cheese, your meats on it, flip them to the side, and then flip on top. You guys, all right, so you guys do this too?
I don't do this, but I've seen it.
It's a technique?
I've seen the practice.
It's fantastic.
Joe Murray approves.
It is. And I'm telling you, the key is you have to put your cheese, if you use it, and meats on before the side flip and before the main flip. And then what you can do is push it down. You can flip it one more time, but then it can get a little messy. Do you know what I do think, though? I do think there should be like a holiday where we just eat breakfast for lunch and dinner. Like, all day. Like
Growing up, we used to do breakfast for dinner on Thursdays every week.
I love.
My dad was pretty consistent. I'll give him credit. He was pretty consistent on breakfast for dinner like every Thursday.
So it was like a Thursday, like a
Eggs, pancakes. We would, pretty much requests were, not welcomed, but they were given.
Were they frozen pancakes, man.
Oh no. We're just a little water, mix them up. Yeah, ready to go. Little skillet there. Easy, done. Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I do bacon every Sunday morning, bacon and eggs usually.
I've gone over to sausage for some reason. Plus, I went to BJ's recently and I bought a bag of 75 links for like $6.
That's a lot of links, bro.
Yeah, but dude, I can just stick my hand in there and fire them up. So what I like to do is I like to air fry the sausage links.
There's a drop.
While I'm making my sandwich. Hey, we got to go to break, everybody. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox winners today 9-5 on the arm of Connolly Early and on the bat of Trevor Story. He had 5 RBI early, 6 innings, had 5 strikeouts. They're off tomorrow now. They'll begin a 7-game homestand when they take on the Detroit Tigers. We are watching the play-in game right now between the
Belichick for 20 years and took the beating like the softballs they are. So I'm sorry to say this. What I once thought, and by the way, I love Boston. Boston's a great town, all right? And I have great respect for the Boston fan base. I really do. Like, I'm not one of these guys that, because I'm a New Yorker, I just hate Boston. I hate Philly. So what a disappointment. So I'm sorry, Boston. You're no longer a real Northeast sports town. You're not. I love the people of Boston, but the media embarrassed themselves yesterday. Now, the guys on the radio, I thought, did a good job. Felger and Maserati do a great job there in the afternoons, and they were all over this, and they handled it like the pros they are. So I have great respect for those guys. I like those guys. But, man, how do you have a press conference with the Patriots yesterday and not ask a single question? How?
Well,
like, walk me through.
And say all what they want. And then you criticize other people for not doing what they do, but yet, if I bring up anything about you, how's that? Should I do that, Skaz? I'm not to bring you into this. You can stay out of it if you want. I'm just saying. When Craig Carton got in trouble,
for what, Joe?
Years ago,
remind me.
From what I believe, it was illegal gambling activity.
It was just guessing. I think it was securities fraud and wire fraud and conspiracy to commit other offenses.
Got it. And did his employer support? You know what? I don't even want to know.
Indefinite suspension, I believe. The original.
I don't want to be that guy.
No, I don't know if that's particularly relevant to what he said. I would argue it's not.
Okay, but like now, okay. I think it's hard for someone who, or is it different? Should we look at the other way? It's easier for him to say something about it because he has served time or served his penance, I should say. And now he's back, right? He's back? He's back now?
I believe he is back. That
so,
clip
like,
indicates.
Moral and ethics, do they stand with him?
It sounded like a pretty good piece of radio to me. It's got us talking. If you're good at your job, Joe, you're allowed some gravitas, some grace in these situations, I should say.
Do I feel like there should have been more than one question asked about Mike Vrabel? Yes.
Yes.
But again, he said it himself. Those are the same reporters that got beat up by Bill Belichick for the years. And now that Mike Vrabel has now been to a final, tough guy in every room, they're not going to do it to him either.
Do you think it's fair to say that the New England media was beat up by Bill Belichick for 20 years? I think so.
Yes.
I think it's fair.
Very.
Yeah. He scolded them like school children.
No, I know. I think they're all scared to ask about it.
And I think Vrabel,
I'm not mocking them or anything.
No, I think it's true.
It just is what it is. But
it's unfortunate.
But I just think sometimes when we hear these things come from certain people.
So
that's
you have an issue with the messenger, Joe, not necessarily the message.
You know what I'm talking? Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, you aren't. Your issue isn't so really with the message; it's with the messenger.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
we all face issues, and he could just be like he crapped all over everybody else.
Joe, I got to say, it's a pretty good tactic in this industry. It seems to be working for a lot of people.
All right, fine.
I'm just...
It's fine. I just want to point out when Cam Newton says something or people say things, do you say things because you can just say them? Because I feel like that's what's happening. I hope we hear from Mike Vrabel soon. But what else can I add to this, Cass? What else am I considered? Because I am not a reporter. Am I considered a piece of the media not asking questions? I mean, they did mention Felger and Maz, right?
Felger and Maserati.
Maserati.
Yeah, Maserati. Well, yeah. Usually I just go with Maz. Is $4.8 million a lot of money, Joe?
If it's illegal, yeah.
I think even legally that's quite a sum.
Is that what happened with him? 4.8 million?
Well, we're around there.
And he was, just so we know, because if that was me, Beasley would blow me out in a second. They might not even. They might not even write him.
To say, Joe.
And one day everyone would be like, "Where'd Joe go?" And nobody would know.
I think we'd know. I think we'd know. There'd be signs.
You'd have to get your own smeller out, the sniffer out. I don't know, where'd that guy go? He's at night. Where'd he go?
It is. I do like Wikipedia because it gives you the sections on the left side. I don't know how familiar you are with Wikipedia, but in someone's, it gives you different categories for their life. And, Craig Carton, kudos to him. He has early and personal life, career, arrest and conviction, return to WFAN, controversy and stunts.
Oh, what were those?
There's 3 different ones here. 610 WIP is one. WFAN is another tab, and then
what did he do? What did he do? Like what could?
Let's see. Carton on February 28th, 1997. So I mean, I got to give this guy credit, Joe. He's been doing this a long time. He reported that Philadelphia Flyers captain Eric Lindros had missed a game against the Penguins because he was hungover.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Carton claimed that the Flyers' reason to sore back was a cover-up. The Flyers immediately sued, resulting in an out-of-court settlement.
Oh, so
2 years later, Flyers ownership admitted the allegations were true.
Okay, so how
point
do you
to Craig Carton in that one.
How do you think he knew?
Somebody told him.
Gambling!
Well, there you go, Joe.
Sorry to yell.
You would know that, of course.
What was the other controversies now?
He walked on the Brooklyn Bridge holding a sign saying any given Sunday and wearing only a Speedo and a New York Giants tight end Jeremy Shockey jersey after betting that the Giants would lose to the Cowboys in the 2008 NFL playoffs. He duplicated the stunt on January 8, 2010 after betting that the New York Jets would miss the playoffs. I don't really see much of a controversy there. More of a stunt, I presume.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Joe, I got to tell you, I kind of like this guy so far. I'm not going to,
He was he incarcerated?
And then the next one, not great comments towards Steve Kerr, so maybe I take it all back. But
you don't like Steve Kerr.
Yeah, but not for these reasons. Yeah. Mine aren't quite as poignant, I'll say that. But an illustrious career.
Imagine saying just whatever you want.
Got to be nice.
I mean, I don't. I just keep it in my wheelhouse, whatever I know. If you want to talk to me, don't even bother talking to me about anything that isn't sports, food, and movies and music. And it is sad. If you want to meet me, that's all I got. It's like, oh, so what do you do for work? Do you really want to know what I do for work?
I talk about farts on the radio.
People were talking about dog farts.
Bad.
They are horrible.
Bad. I had as you know, we have a puppy. A case of the puppy diarrhea last night into this morning. So not a ton of sleep last night. Took him to the vet. They were just like, yeah, puppies get diarrhea. Not really a big deal. Gave us some
pumpkin.
Who knows? Some. He's got some powder he's got to drink now.
Well, you guys are on the same program, huh?
Literally, and he's on the chicken and rice for a couple days. So the bland diet there. 80 pounds, the 7-month-old puppy, so that's good. He was 50 pounds in February. He's gained 30 pounds in 2 months. He doesn't fit in the house anymore, so who knows what he's going to look like in a year.
All right. Well, do you want to do in or out next?
Please, Joe.
And then we're going to talk to the great Casey Hudson of Nesson.
That's right. She will join us via Zoom.
It was at 9:20 today, so we'll break. This hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit OregonOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off fixed drive-through oil change. At Valvoline, it's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
Amazon Prime is a pain. I will agree with that. I think the actual Prime, well, when they're not cutting out with, I'm out, Joe, I'm out. They cut out in the final minute last night. I do think the product has been pretty good this year, but it's too much what these streaming services are doing to people. It's too much.
Well, I mean,
the first 4 games of the Celtics series are on 4 different streaming services.
Did you see last night the biggest time of the game? I cut out. Even LeBron was pissed.
Yeah. Can't have LeBron, man.
No. You want to play along, Dawson? I see you back there with your headphones on. Turn your mic on. Say hello.
How's it going, Joe?
Hello. I think it's going okay. Going on a vacation in a day.
I mean, Getaway Joe tomorrow.
Tomorrow I will be here. I'll go home. I've already packed.
Already?
I will go home tomorrow.
Are you normally that, ready?
I'm spread thin.
Oh. Because you're busy.
Today I did not have Nesson because the game was a day game.
So you took advantage of that.
So I did everything I could today. Tomorrow I'm going to get a haircut.
As am I.
Oh, wow.
Coming in looking good tomorrow night, Joe.
Not that I have hair. I get a beard trim. Got to look good in Vegas. And then I'll work the show tomorrow night till midnight. Get home at about 12:45.
11 tomorrow night.
Oh, 11. Even better.
Even better.
So I can try to sneak in 2 or 3 hours. And then I'll get to the airport by 4 a.m. and...
You sleep on the plane?
If I can. You know what I might do is I might just put the sports up on all day.
There you go.
Because, I know, when the breaks are and, let's go. What do we get? Never mind. That's where my brain went.
All right, Joe. It is a Wednesday night edition of In Around April 15th here. Let's start with some wrestling. You mentioned WrestleMania. Why not? We got our national anthem singer announced for WrestleMania today. Joe will be one. Joe Jonas. Joe Murray, are you in or out on one of the Jonas brothers singing the national anthem at WrestleMania?
Fine.
Seems like an odd crossing of fandoms there, but...
Fine.
Joe...
Fancy Red. What's her name there?
Sexy Red.
Who's that?
Fancy Red.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. But I guess
Fancy Red.
I sound old, right? I sound old.
Fancy Red.
No, but Sexy Red's been a part of WWE.
Is she a singer, though? But you just like her to be there, is what you're saying?
I gave you an answer.
Okay. Yeah, that's on me for pushing.
I don't know really. I don't care. Oh, Lillian Garcia, she's a ring announcer. She can sing.
All right.
She'd be great. Joe Jonas, fine. They gotta get they gotta hit. This is what they're doing now. They're trying to get all the people who don't watch. And Joe Jonas, all the girls who love the Jonases will watch WrestleMania and I believe it's free early on, the first hour.
A recent divorce too, I believe, for Joe Jonas.
Oh, so he's available.
He's available, I believe. I could be mistaken.
Do you like Joe Jonas? There,
I don't care about Joe Jonas, honestly.
Great.
I feel like he's too young almost. Like the Jonas Brothers were more like my kind of wheel. Not me, but
did they sing that song? There ain't nobody else done it. That's
One Direction.
One Direction.
You know you're beautiful.
One Direction, we're being told.
That's not Joe Jonas.
No, that is. I don't even know.
Never mind.
Names,
Go next.
All right, sticking with the wrestling theme, we had a little bit of an altercation earlier today on the set of the always entertaining, very funny, in a tank top, I'm sure, Pat McAfee show, where Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee's feud continues. Joe Murray, are you in or out on what is Cody Rhodes versus Pat McAfee?
I'm out on it really hardcore. I've made this comment before, and I'll make it again. I don't think the road to WrestleMania needs Pat McAfee when you have Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and CM Punk and Roman Reigns. You could make an argument, Skez, that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are the 2 best legitimate heavyweight champions of the last 25 years.
CM Punk?
He sold out shows. He was the voice of the voiceless.
No, I'll just say, he is wildly popular. I know his name, so I know he's big. But to me, optically, he does not look like a heavyweight champion to me.
Yeah,
is he a small fella?
He's small, but he was kind of like Vince loves big guys. So that's why CM Punk had to,
He just doesn't. He doesn't look like.
I shouldn't say heavyweight. Like Roman Reigns looks like a heavyweight.
Yes.
The two best champions of and listen, CM Punk left for 10 years.
You're not a Daniel Bryan guy.
He might be a better technical wrestler, but he physically couldn't do it.
I'm just naming.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Daniel Bryan doesn't have the
little guy.
Great champion, not those guys. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Give me a list. Like, Randy Orton's great. Hall of Famer, put him in the books. But CM Punk was on a big,
Jericho?
Huge name. Hall of Famer. CM Punk was the bigger name when AEW started. Right? Like, Jericho helped start AEW.
Who's bigger, Cody or CM Punk?
CM Punk.
Really?
Yeah, I would say
that's shocking to me because wasn't Cody's he was WrestleMania the last couple of years.
Cody never was on a level of CM Punk until now. It took him to leave, create his own American Nightmare. Like, CM Punk left, failed UFC, hated everything, and then came back, got a big money, quit.
A couple fights behind the scenes, I've heard, too.
Back. There's a lot. CM Punk?
Bad teammate?
Bad teammate, but I want to let you know he had a bad boss.
Well, that can make you a bad teammate.
He had a bad boss, and I think we know that now, right? Do I have to pull it up?
No.
Vince McMahon was a bad boss.
Bad guy.
And I think CM Punk knew it.
Yeah.
And he looked like the jerk. Anyways, Dawson, you agree?
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, Dawson.
Good job, Dawson.
No, the McAfee stuff during the road to WrestleMania.
It sucks.
It's awful.
It's horrible.
There's no reason to manufacture things with him when you have Cody and Randy. They've had history for a decade. We talked about this on Monday. It's just the amount of things that they could have done that didn't have to involve Pat McAfee or Jelly Roll would be endless with those two. So it makes no sense.
Today, Cody Rhodes snuck into Pat McAfee's studio and broke a bunch of stuff that was priceless.
I'm sure he snuck in.
I'm sure it was part of the script or the angle or whatever. I'm just trying to say that they're trying to get that audience now. Do you see what I mean? And by the way, the thing I like about Cody is he's crapping all over it, saying it's the worst thing to happen to wrestling. And you know what? I think this is how we're all getting behind Cody, because right now the heel is supposed to be Randy Orton, and everybody's cheering Randy Orton. Like that, when you get the heel as the favorite, they don't like that. Like the WWE doesn't like that. But that's what's going on right now is people hate the angle so bad that like you need to be on Cody's side when it comes to what's going on. Anyways, next.
All right, let's see. Where do we want to go next? Joe, we'll have you tomorrow night, but then we will not have you until Tuesday the 21st, I believe. But our friends over at Wingstop have revealed a 420 hot box combo that comes with a rolling tray. The hot box includes 3 tenders or 8 wings, ranch fries, and a 20-ounce drink. Joe Murray, are you in or out on the Wingstop hot box?
People aren't doing enough for 420 events.
I like this take.
I did a 420 weed cannabis event a year ago, and it was a free pre-roll for everybody who walked in. That just gets you in the door.
Yeah.
Think about what else they spent when they walked in after that. But a hot box with 3 tenders, 8 wings. They have the greatest ranch going. And Dawson, you don't know this, but I did I went to Wingstop and did a whole kitchen event with them. Mm-hmm. They make their ranch by hand.
Oh yeah, no, their ranch is tops in the game for sure.
And I did it all and learned how to make it. And plus, you got to add that 20-ouncer in there, guys, too. All right, I went late on the talk. I'm sorry. Anything else we want to add that's good that we can complain about before we bring in Casey?
Let's see here, Joe. Are you in or out on cutting the penis off a raccoon?
Save that for musings. Okay. I would like to talk about that, but listen, I don't even know where to find that.
Well, I would imagine on the underside, but
I would imagine that too. Yeah. But I don't want to find out.
All right, well, we'll stick with this one for now. We'll save that for later. Taco Bell, our good friends over at Taco Bell, who we always like, are launching Zab's Chicken Ranch Nacho Fries. The fries are topped with chicken, cheese, pico de gallo, and will cost $5.49. Are we in or out on Taco Bell launching Chicken Ranch Nacho Fries?
They have good fries. And I'd hate pico de gallo on my fries, though.
I'm in. I love there. I go to Taco Bell just for those.
What's the closest fries. Taco Bell to you? Is it the one on
Endicott? At school, It's 5 minutes down the road, and it's on 420 West Central Street. It's great.
Oh, that's a great address.
You don't forget that one.
What about where you live in the North Shore? Is it Salem?
Probably, yeah, Salem.
That one at Endicott there, the Liberty Tree Mall?
No, I think there's one on Traders Way.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's North Shore.
North Shore talk.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well be a different language.
Anything else?
That is going to wrap up tonight's edition of In or Out.
Just so you know, I have RFK penis, sharing bets after winnings, and things on this date for our musings. Did I say something wrong?
Not wrong. Unfortunately accurate.
You guys both died laughing. What did I say? What did I say? Why are you laughing at me? What did I do? I have RFK penis.
Tonight's edition of In or Out.
Just so you know, I have RFK penis. We'll talk to Casey Hudson of Nesson coming up next on the Sports Hub. back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. We're taking you up until 11 o'clock tonight. Full shows because we have the playoffs coming up. We know the Celtics will play on Sunday, 1 o'clock, right here on the Sports Hub, your flagship of the Celtics. Right now, 76ers have a 73-62 lead over Orlando. If they win, they will play the Celtics this weekend. We are also awaiting when the Buffalo Sabres and Boston Bruins will play. We're assuming it's Saturday. But joining us right now on 98.5 The Sports Hub is Casey Hudson. She's of Nesson. She is also of Boston, has entered the chat, and she's joining us right now. Casey, how are you tonight?
I'm great. I didn't get my Joe fix, and then I found out that I get a chance to hang out, talk with Joe, and more importantly, talk hockey. Well, not more importantly. You're important, Joe.
Well, no, listen, I give you credit because you worked hard. You worked hard today. There was a Red Sox game. You hosted Boston's Enter the Chat. I saw Manny in there today. I saw Keegan. I saw Lucy. It was a full. And then I asked you, hey, can you come on tonight? And you rushed home to do this interview, so I appreciate you for doing that.
Anything for you, Joe. That's what I'm saying. I reversed the more importantly. You ask and I show up. Well, but I'm glad. It's been a hot minute since I got to hang out with you here.
Yes. We had you in studio before, which seemed so early in the season, and now the Boston Bruins are a 100-point team. They have a 100-point player. And not to mention, they have these young blooming stars in the 7th Player Award and Fraser Minton and Hustadinov running around. And not to mention James Hagen's a part of it. Just, I didn't expect it this year, Casey. What are your overall thoughts on how the Boston Bruins are a playoff team? And, basically, right now they're the number one wild card.
Yeah, I know. I will say I was one of those people that got chirped at during the off season because I didn't feel as pessimistic about this team and the shaping of the roster as many others. And I got to give a shout out to Sofia Jurcevic because she very much was like, look, this is going to be a fun team to watch. They were either going to miss the playoffs or make the playoffs by 1 or 2 points. And she was nails on it. But I think what helped me is the way that they constructed this roster. It just reminded me of some of the misfit rosters in the league that have made it, to the postseason and even kicked up a lot of noise in the postseason. I'm thinking about the Florida Panthers 3 years ago. I'm thinking about the Vegas Golden Knights 3-4 years ago. There's a number of teams there where the rosters weren't sexy. You couldn't name anybody in their bottom 6, but they were grinders. And so there was always a level of optimism for me for this team. I said it when I first hopped on with you months back. But I think the shocker here is not just the roster construction, but the first-year head coach in Marco Sturm. And to get this level of buy-in from your team and to be able to coach and find and extract the potential, not out of just young guys, but out of veterans and kind of some travelers that have gone through a number of different teams, that's a tremendous thing that he was able to accomplish. And the buy-in just tells you how and why this team was able to make it to a postseason. And just seeing their joy yesterday in the post-game interviews with Pasta, Geeky, and even Fraser Minton, this team got here because they've played for one another. They bought into the new system, and they really kind of re-identified what the culture of this room is. So it's been exciting.
So we were talking about it earlier, myself and Skaz. We were looking at Buffalo and wanted to look at just some of the players that they had in their playoff experience. The Bruins certainly have a bunch of guys with playoff experience, but some youngsters as well. But what are your thoughts on Buffalo just overall as a team this year? I know they've got some good goaltending by multiple guys, but when I look at their roster, I mean, they have Tage Thompson, right? They have a bunch of good players. Just kind of give us a lowdown in the scouting report of the Buffalo Sabres.
The scouting report on the Buffalo Sabres is the fact that they can generate rush opportunities a lot. They've got well-distributed speed across a couple of their lines. I mean, a guy that's very underestimated in a sense, but going to be a pest in the postseason for sure is Beck Malenstein. And it's because his top speed is insane. He's also got really good ability to stay on top of a puck and create a lot of pressure, create breakaway opportunities. So he's somebody that can kind of be one of those unsung heroes in the postseason outside of the Tage Thompsons and the Alex Tuck. Alex Tuck is one of the guys that does have, pretty lethal playoff experience. But we've seen the Boston Bruins kind of get exhausted by teams that generate a lot of rush opportunities, but we've also seen them solve them. And I look back to the way that they manage the Dallas Stars, a team that can generate the rush, a team that's really quick in transition, and that's some similarities that the Buffalo Sabres have with these guys on their roster. But the extra layer that the Buffalo Sabres have, that they can be equally as physical. So this can be one of those very tough, low-scoring, exhausting affairs between these two teams because they've got heavy hitters in Peyton Krebs. They also have heavy hitters in Malenstein, as I just mentioned. If Luke Shin ends up being an interchangeable piece on their back end, you're talking about a Stanley Cup champion with postseason experience extensively, a very physical presence on the back end. They've really kind of only just brought him in to be a wear and tear guy against opponents, but he hasn't been originally in their lineup. But Logan Stanley kind of fills that role as well. So I feel like you're looking at a fast and physical team, but I feel like it matches up very well for the Bruins, who have actually had the upper hand in this matchup majority of this season and, to my knowledge, the postseason.
All right, we're talking with Casey Hudson, she of Nesson, and of course, Boston has entered the chat. You can check it out. 4 o'clock today. They were on right after the Red Sox game earlier today where they won, which I'll ask you before we get out of here. But the goalie matchup, Casey. Who's the better goalie in this one? Swayman had a hell of a year and should be a Vezina finalist. But how do you stack up the goaltending matchup for both against the Bruins and for Buffalo?
Well, this is going to be a new test for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and Swayman has the postseason experience for one. For two, you're looking at two goaltenders that have been pretty hot over their last 10 starts. So for me, I trust Swayman because everybody tells you playoffs is a different beast, and I know some fans get irritated and they're like, I'm so sick of hearing the experience element of things, but it's true because there's going to be moments in the postseason where your team breaks down in front of you, and how do you handle that as a goaltender? Well, when breakdowns happen in front of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, it ends up being a little bit more costly sometimes, whereas when breakdowns happen in front of the Bruins, we've seen Swayman bail them out of a lot of tough situations. So I think Sway has had to do a lot more bailing out in a sense. And the confident booster that I have when it comes to the Bruins in comparison to the Sabres is Korpisalo has been tremendous. So if you end up in a tough situation, any sort of squeeze, you're almost equally trusting Korpisalo as you do Swayman in any scenario. Whereas Alex Lyon over on the Sabres side, he's kind of gone through a lot of difficulties. Colton Ellis, I believe, is getting the tap between the pipes tonight. And so they have a lot of faith in him. They've liked what they've seen in him. But again, the consistency to rival what we've seen out of Swayman and Korpisalo, I'm gonna take the good guys when it comes to the goaltending.
Yeah, Buffalo 3-3 right now in overtime against Dallas. Jeez, yeah. I just saw that just a second ago. What about the 5-on-5 and power play? From what I gather, Buffalo is great on the 5-on-5, but their power play has struggled. We know about the Bruins' power play, but could that be the difference? And just to give you the betting odds, Casey, we like to look at the betting odds, but, Buffalo's, I'm not going to call them a small favorite. They're minus 170, but the Bruins are plus 150, which odds makers are giving the Bees a chance in this series. If the Bees were to win this series, what do they have to do? And if they were to lose the series, what would be the reason why they would lose?
If they were to win the series, something that I like, if you're going to get into the nerdy side of the matchup, is the fact that the Bruins are actually one of the better neutral zone teams in the NHL in totality. I keep stumbling over because just coming out of baseball mind, you're not supposed to say the MLB, and so I keep saying the NHL. Anyhow, the Bruins have the upper hand when it comes to neutral zone play. And what I like about that, especially in this matchup, is I mentioned beforehand the ability to generate opportunities on the rush consistently. Doan is one of the guys that actually is a 5-on-5 rush leader in the NHL for the Buffalo Sabres and overall. But your play in the neutral zone can very much dictate their ability to have those rush chances and opportunities. It can also help, take away opportunities from them from getting too much offensive zone time, which we've seen that kind of be a bit of a pain for the Boston Bruins. So with them having the upper hand there versus a team that isn't really as good in the neutral zone, I think they're 22nd in the NHL. I like the Bruins to be able to apply pressure and maybe hem them in their zone a lot more. And to keep things on 5-on-5, I don't want to always come back to the second line, but you're talking about a very dynamic and dominant line in the NHL when it comes to 5-on-5 between Pavel Zacha, Victor Arvidsson, and Casey Middlestat. A little quieter in the last couple of games, which I feel like can be a bonus because this is just the perfect opportunity to explode on the scene all over again. And you're seeing Morgan Geekie get back involved and get hot at the right time. We know that Pasta has postseason experience, and then this kid line can be an element of surprise, but it can also add a layer of speed and dimension to their offense. That's if this kid line stays intact. They have practice tomorrow. So I like the edge that the Boston Bruins can have to have the upper hand in this matchup. And then, of course, you have goaltending as well. The downside of it is Buffalo can be a high-tempo team. So if Buffalo comes out dictating the pace, forcing the Boston Bruins out of their structure, then they're playing catch-up. And as we know, we haven't particularly seen 3 periods of hockey out of the Boston Bruins all season long. If you're playing catch-up against the Buffalo Sabres who are dictating the pace, and then you're trying to play toe-to-toe on the scoreboard, that can end up being, a hindrance for a team that can cause them to exit out of the first round. But I think that they can be a tough exit. If anything, I think that they can actually take this first round from the Buffalo Sabres.
I think of all the NHL matchups, Philly and Pittsburgh, I don't know why I'm fired up about that. It's just like an old time.
I'm freaking excited about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that the matchup? Like what, obviously you spend time in Tampa as well. Like, just looking around the East, this is going to be a very competitive tournament.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be insane. I mean, I already don't breathe during playoffs, but this is going to be a whole different beast in my book because you've seen some bloodbaths take place between Tampa Bay and Montreal. And now to see that they're going to be in the first round, it's funny because I was seeing a couple of tweets of people being like, our first round matchups should be our second round matchups, and it kind of pisses people off, but it just tells you how tough it was, especially out here in the East. So Tampa going through some of their bang-up situations, the question marks behind Victor Hedman, if and when he's going to return. Radish is resting up, but he's been a huge pillar for them, especially with finding success on the power play. But they've got Energizer Bunnies and Brandon Hagel and Anthony Cirelli, and of course the one and only Nikita Kucherov. So you can't really say what's going to happen between Tampa and Montreal, but Montreal is well coached. They started to figure out different elements to their game, and their goaltending's getting hot at the right time. Their offense is getting hotter at the right time, so that can end up being a surprise. But the Flyers and the Penguins, I'm so intrigued by that one because Philly's made themselves that tough to play against team. And the way that they've ousted some of the better teams in the league over the past 2 weeks is something worth watching. And they're calling up young guys that are contributing right away. And it's not just Porter Martone. I think they had 2 gentlemen. They got a call up yesterday, Bonk, if I'm not destroying his name. But whatever's happening in their system, and Tocchet is a really fabulous coach, the response is huge and the results are there. And I feel like the Flyers can end up being one of those teams that sneak in. You always got 1 or 2 teams that were never on the bingo card that end up disturbing the peace and causing so much issue in the postseason, and those are the teams that are so fun to watch.
All right, we're talking with Casey Hudson of Nesson. Guys, I feel like you were looking at me. Do you feel like you have something you want to ask Casey?
I do have something I want to ask Casey. It's not exactly Bruins related though.
Okay, yeah, she can do it all.
She can, and for our YouTube.
Oh, that makes me nervous when you guys say that.
For our YouTube audience, Casey's wearing a Fleet sweatshirt right now, and I know they played tonight, a win against Minnesota. But the way, Joe, I don't know if you're aware of this. I was just talking to Dawson about this, but the way the PWHL playoffs work is the 1 seed gets to pick who they play in the first round. Is that correct, Casey?
Yeah.
Which
I learned that last year, and I found it odd.
I think it's kind of awesome in a way. Imagine if you were the one, if the Celtics or the Bruins are the 1 seed, they get to pick their first round opponent in the playoffs. I think that's a cool wrinkle. I can't imagine the NHL ever doing something like that. But the Fleet are, another team that's in the area that's in the playoffs right now that I think deserves a little pub. So I was just curious, what do you think of the Fleet this year and their chances to go on a run?
Oh my gosh. Well, they're having a phenomenal season, but it's kind of funny how synergistic the Boston Fleet story and trajectory is to the Boston Bruins, because you're talking about new head coaches. You're talking about kind of implementing new systems. And I remember talking with Chris Spar during the Jimmy Fund and just kind of like what his implementations were going to be, what his timeline was going to be with this team. Because mind you, they had a number of changeover player wise. Like they got rid of a lot of key pieces and like big leadership on their team from last year, and fans were devastated over it because I remember just kind of the shock of like, where does this team go now? But I remember Spar saying like they wanted to get faster, they wanted to be tough to play against, and they had the best goaltender in the league, and that has translated to so much result for them because Frankel is the best goaltender in the league. And last year Montreal was like such a pain for the Boston Fleet and such a hindrance for them and cost them, you know, the opportunity to push into the postseason. And now for them to find early success against that team who also has tremendous goaltending, I think that just put a quick chip on their shoulder. But then, you know, Haley Wynn, everyone forgets, she was just playing for Clarkson last year. She was a college student. And when I caught up with her, it's just this whirlwind of going from college to your first Olympics, scoring in the Olympics, and then now you're part of a Boston Fleet team that's made history, the fastest playoff berth clinched by a PWHL team, and then more importantly, they have so many versatile players on their roster. So, you know, watching Megan Keller play the other night, it's just the fact that she does so many things so well. And a lot of their players, they're such small detail players. So they're very exhausting to play against because they're doing so many things right. And I think that they just have a very overwhelming offense on top of that. Chris Spar talked about them being faster. So it was really cool because I think that they just checked a number of boxes that teams just can't keep up with them this year. And you saw that in their win result.
I had to look up the word synergistic. It's relating to the interaction of cooperation of two or more organization substances, and they produce a combined effect greater than the sum of the separate effects. That was a very big word there.
That was...
I had to look it up.
My mom says it a lot, Joe.
Well, I get it. Synergy, but synergistic is whoo. That was
it's synergistic. Head coaches, new pieces, like, you know, both teams had to do it.
I like it. I might incorporate it later on into the show tonight. Casey, before we let you go, so you worked the show today. What was the vibe on the Red Sox going 3-3 on the road, but finishing the road trip with a win to basically go 500? But how was the vibe today? Was it positive, or is it, oh boy, the Red Sox this year?
It was in between. It was like hold your breath because it was like, which Red Sox team are we going to get today? Like, I know that Minnesota was a tough situation and more negative than positive, but I know that we were holding our breath because you're like, wait a minute, Abreu's not in, Contreras isn't in. Like, you've got some of these playmakers who have at least been a spark in the offense that aren't being able to participate. So we were just trying to figure out what was going to happen. And it's funny too because Manny Del Carmen was he was just focused on Connolly early, and he was a little nervous at first, and then when the home run was given up, all of us were like, please do not give us a crazy game to have to go on air and break down. And they did not disappoint. Of course, Trevor Story breaks the dam in the third inning. So after that happened, you're so happy for Trevor Story and like that moment, and then the way that things collectively came together. But I think everybody's just hype about Connolly early having himself a good day too, because you said it, magic number 6, right?
Mm-hmm. Go 6 innings, and well, you're 7-0 on the air. All right, Casey, before I let you go, we had Brooklyn Raines on the show today. He plays for the Revs. And we had his colleague last week, Peyton Miller, on the show. Peyton Miller says he eats 9 pancakes before every game. And Brooklyn Raines says he eats 20 fried eggs out of the skillet.
He did not say he eats 20 fried eggs.
I'm going with it.
He said he might be able to.
He said he might be able to. Is there anything that you do or eat or any, like, superstition that you have?
Did I used to have when I played soccer?
Or just
like
in general,
now?
or even now?
Superstition?
I mean, it sounds like you had one in the past. Did you have one when you played?
She played soccer,
well,
right?
That's why I'm asking.
Hush, you. Hush. Nobody.
Now we got to look up her stats. Kidding.
I know. No, do not go look at my stats. depending on who we played, I mean, I couldn't really stomach food before a soccer game, which was like good and bad because I played left wing, which means I was running for years. I was a little superstitious when I was younger and played soccer. I had a sticker from my sisters that would go on the inside of my shin pad, and like I had to have these same shin pads. They were extremely uncomfortable, but there was just something about having them, and I would tape them with neon tape underneath my socks. So that was kind of like one of my rituals. But for me, it was more like an equipment thing or like having something on me versus like food, because when you're younger too, like your food situation changes all the time. And like we used to play a team in Melbourne, Florida, and they had a freaking girl who was 5'11" at center, and it used to piss me off because I was fast, but for the matchup, they would slot me in from left wing into center, and I hated playing center because I feel like your vision just changes out there on the field. Like I liked playing at wing because I felt like I saw a lot more versus playing at center, and I couldn't freaking eat before playing against this girl ever. So food for me wasn't a part of any sort of superstition or ritual. It was all something in terms of like how I taped up my shin pads.
Yeah, I used to write stuff on my tape on my cleats.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was towards the other team.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We used to have, well, again, I'm older, but we used to have a...
I need to see Throwback Joe.
Oh, I got some Throwback Joes.
Have you ever seen Joe with hair?
No, and he tried to explain different hairdos to me the other day, and like while I was listening, I couldn't picture it.
Yeah,
you need to see it. You need to see it to believe it.
I had curls as a kid, and then I had a part in my hair, and then the M&M phase, I colored it blonde, and then I got captain of the football team my junior year, shaved my head, and never grew back.
See, when you hit me with part in your hair, that's where I'm like, I need a picture.
Yeah.
Like, the part is a whole different vibe.
Kind of think like the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. What's the guy? The guy who I always think looks like Skaz. What's his name again?
Not Heath Ledger.
No, the other guy.
Is it Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt looks like Skaz.
I don't see it.
But I had one of those parts in my hair, if you remember, like kind of like that. Yeah, I'll dig up some pictures.
I can't picture it. I have to see a picture so bad. We can trade pictures. I used to be blonde.
Whoa, okay then. So, I mean,
Right. I shocked Sophia with that one the other day because she was like, what the heck? And I was like, yeah. And mind you, my hair was like down to my belly button and super blonde.
Well, that could have been because of your emo days.
Yep. No. We can't trade those pictures because the side bang situation is devastating to think that I actually did that.
We do emo voices, Casey, on the show.
Can I get one?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
That's your go-to every single time.
Or I really no. Let me give another one here. I don't want to do your. I'm trying to think.
Some Jack's Mannequin or.
Dashboard was really big in my day. Like I'm missing your laugh. How did it break? Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, you got to get that real like you or like
nasally.
Yeah, you got to get real nasally on it. Anyways, all right. She's Casey Hudson. Everybody, go to bed. Go relax. You've worked all day long, and I appreciate you taking some time out of your. Do you have a dog?
I do.
I swore I heard a dog walking around there. We actually were talking dogs before the segment, though.
Let's see if she'll come to me. Come, Lulu.
What's her name? What's her name?
Luna. Come on.
What is Luna's? What kind of dog is she?
She's a Belgian Malinois and German Shepherd mix. So she's like 60 some odd pounds.
And did she come with you to Boston?
She sure did. I got her when she was 6 weeks, and now she's 6 years old.
Wow.
I know, that's my girl. Luna, come.
How's she adjusting to Boston?
So Boston feels a little louder for her. Come on, Mom. It was funny because like she used to break out of this apartment to try to like find me on work days and stuff. But now there's a nature trail close by, so she's now acclimated as long as she gets extra long walks multiple times a week. And then luckily the building has a lot of dogs, so she's gotten better adjusted now. But back in Florida, like it's a lot quieter. You don't realize how quiet it is in your apartments or houses and neighborhoods. And like my mom has a massive backyard on a lake, so she used to just be able to go like rip out there.
And now it's the outer city of Boston that the dog has to walk around. Well, people love you.
The outer city. Well, I'm not in the thick of it.
You're close enough.
Yeah.
You really are. I mean, you're probably 5 miles away from Star Road Drive.
No, that's true.
So
I'm not too far from Starro.
And you're not too far from our studio either, which we'll have you back in another time. She's Casey Hudson, everybody. Check her out over on Nesson. Follow her on all the Instagrams and Twitters and all that. Casey, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, it's Casey Hudson, everybody, breaking down everything and talking dogs. Luna. There we go.
Belgian Malinois, that's a full-time job right there. They're like the smartest dogs in the world. So
are they really the smartest?
She's saying they escape. I 100% believe that. Yeah, I believe that's like people think the military and stuff uses German Shepherds, but they're mostly Belgian Malinois, I believe.
So I thought poodles were very smart.
I think they are, but I think like Malinois are like the dog for training activities.
I know we're running late.
When aren't we, Joe?
But do you know what I've been doing lately? I've been doom scrolling.
Well, I mean, yes, of course.
Do you know what's popping up on my timeline? People put these buttons on the floor for their dogs.
And they talk.
So they'll be like, hungry.
Walk.
Now. Or like, danger. And it's like, what do you mean, danger? And they'll be like, patio. And they'll look and the door was left open or something. But yeah, do you seen these videos?
Yes, I've seen them.
I'm obsessed. And they really do understand what we're saying.
I think for the most part, they may pretend otherwise, but yeah.
Every once in a while, one of the dogs is like, Grandpa. And they're like, Grandpa's not here. And then it goes, mad. I can't stop watching the videos. All right. We're late. We'll break.
Sure.
This hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by our good friends over at Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 50% of your next drive through oil change. Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. We also have a headline, so why don't we do that as well?
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox win 9-5 today. They begin a series against the Tigers on Friday. The 76ers have a 85-8.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
All right, it's Murray's Musings here on the Sports App. Just to keep you in the loop, 76ers up 99-93 right now, 3:45 to go.
TV, I mean, I'm on Amazon too. For some reason, you're just a couple seconds behind in there.
I don't like that.
Don't like it either.
How about get a rebound? That's what happens when you don't have Joel Embiid or Andre Drummond in the game. You can't rebound the basketball. I would like
a couple more rebounds too, but I don't think that's
you want a couple more rebounds?
Yeah, he's slacking tonight. Only 5 boards for Paolo.
So that, you know what? That could be one of the talking points of if they lose. And then they fire their coach.
He's fired tonight, I would imagine.
I have people in the chat asking me to have now other females from Nesson and Nesson's past on the show.
Chat might just take a deep breath.
Sophia, I don't know if she does anything else, but I mean, I could ask her. Can't have Razor on. I'd like to. Can't have Jaffe on. I'd like to.
Saw Razor doing some college.
Yeah, we did. Megan Morant, I will see this. I might see her. I saw her last year at WrestleMania. She works for WWE now. She was what was her name? Megan O'Brien. She worked for Patriots.com. That's why I was like, I'm forgetting her name right now.
What's what's the women's match at WrestleMania this year? You know, we got Roman and this whole McAfee thing. I haven't heard much on the women's side, Joe. Not a lot of hype there.
I believe, I'm not sure.
Becky Lynch?
Versus AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife.
Oh, okay.
That's a big one.
Does he get involved?
Doubt it. Know what I wouldn't
Stephanie versus Liv Morgan, I'm being told.
You mean Stephanie Valcare?
Yes.
Valcare.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
I heard some screaming.
So Liv is like hot.
That's her. That's how you would describe her.
In more ways than one. Like, she's beautifully hot.
She's over, you're saying.
She's hot over.
Okay.
She's crazy hot, too. Liv is right. I think, is she the heel right now? Would I say she's a heel? Now, Stephanie Valcare, is that how you say it? She is like
on Google,
a little unknown, but she's a badass.
Like mysterious, you're saying?
Mysteriously great.
She is from. She's Chilean.
Chilean, correct.
Oh, she's got like a devil kind of horns outfit going on.
Yes. She's dark, but like she's the face. So she's the good guy, Liv's the bad guy. And yeah, yesterday
I was here with Sheamus.
There was some screaming going on from Liv. Oh, I think Liv got jumped, right? Is that what happened? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'm just going to show up on Saturday. And you know, it's guys, they just show everything you've missed for 5 months anyways before the match, right? You know, like when you watch a boxing fight, they just show all the fights.
Yeah.
Up and they even show the weigh-in.
They'll do it for Bruins Sabres. So we'll get a season preview
exactly.
Before. Yeah.
I'll show up on Saturday and I'm like, all right, man, just pump me up. Here we go. All right, musings. Anything bothering you, Dawson, you'd like to get off your chest? How about the video back there? Is that bothering you?
Yeah, I think the video's bothering us a little bit, but hey, what can you do? Technology. We'll figure it out. I think we may share some musings tonight, Joe.
Let's start with one with Street Team Joe.
One?
Oh, I have one. Maybe you can share yours.
I have multiple.
Street Team Joe last night sent us.
Let me get a timestamp here.
His winning ticket last night from a bet, multiple bets that he hit last night, and it was kind of insulting because we got home at like 12:45. I would say, right around there.
Right around there.
And Street Team Joe drops, "I'm hot, guys," and I'm like pissed because where were you earlier?
Joe, just to further your point here, I pulled up the text feed here. 12:48 a.m.
Boom.
As I am unlocking the door to my home, I've just gone home after a long day working the Bruins and the show. It's text from Street Team Joe, just a simple screenshot with 2 cash tickets and a simple text that says, "I am Mr. NBA."
I love him.
And then,
You know what's funny? When I didn't know if I told you this. We did the card thing over the weekend.
I am Mr. NBA.
There were people coming up to me and be like, that kid's a treasure.
He is.
Remember when Sammy P met him?
Sammy P was like, hold on to this guy.
Dude, and then Hooch is like, this kid's got a great personality. And then, dude, did I tell you about the card tricks he was doing?
Oh, well, hold on.
Oh, it worked, too.
He's like a magician
He's
or
a
something?
He's a carny.
Hold on.
All right. You guys will appreciate
What do you mean by
this.
card tricks?
For real, dude. There were people doing card tricks, and he goes, I got a card trick, and I'm dying laughing because I'm like, of course Joe has a card trick. And he has someone like look at a card, and he goes, all right, and he puts all the cards in his pocket. And then he goes, what's the card? And the guy goes, I don't know, 10 of queens or whatever. It's,
10 of queens.
10 of diamonds, whatever. And he pulls out. He goes, all right, I'm going to pull out 13 cards, and it's going to be the card that you picked. And he pulls out 13 cards, and it's the card that he picked. And we're like, whoa, like Street Team Joe got card tricks.
Of course he does. I think he uses that on a first date.
Oh, but why not though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But anyways, out. That's amusing. Don't you dare send me your winning bets when you didn't share. Sharing is caring in the betting community.
So that text ended at 12:48. I am Mr. NBA. Joe Murray responds at 12:48. Where were you earlier? And then another text also at 12:48. What do you have tomorrow?
Full transparency, I had the Twins today. Bad bet. But somehow I felt like it was going to go over after early on.
Maybe a spite bet.
So I spite bet over in the Twins to not lose by 5 or more. What was the final score, guys?
9-5.
It's 4?
4.5.
Boom! Sorry. Oh, I yelled. I didn't mean to startle everybody there. Anyways, so Street Team Joe goes 76ers Clippers money line tonight. I don't like money line bets. Like, not parlaying. Not parlaying. I did say that. Really jerk. I'm not parlaying money line favorites. I don't do that. I'm sorry. This bad juice.
Not worth the squeeze, as they would
It's
say.
not. You put $50, you make 80. I don't want that money. I know some people like that. I don't like that. I want big rewards. So right now, it looks like Street Team Joe's doing pretty well with his 76ers bet. But that's amusing for the night. Don't share your winning bets with me like you're Mr. NBA.
Yeah, my other one for Street Team Joe was going to be that he texted us in the third quarter of this game and basically declared a win for the 76ers. Big timeout. That's a no-no.
I've been on.
And then he texted immediately before anyone else could respond and said, oops, might have jinxed it.
Dude.
You can't do that either.
When I did the betting show with Dan Lifshitz, you know how many people would chirp us early on? And then, we'd win the bet. And I would retweet everyone's chirp. I'd retweet everybody's chirp. Because I'm petty like that. And I keep receipts. And I don't win every bet. You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible to win every bet. But when you chirp early on, out on that. Don't
Big
you ever.
time out.
And it's actually, when someone starts chirping, you might as well just bet the other team. Okay. This one, do you have anything else?
Just very quickly, someone just hit a dagger three-pointer for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Tyrese Maxey?
It was one Andre Drummond.
Get out of here.
Dagger.
I wonder if Hooch is listening.
I think that's a tougher matchup. The legit guys.
What,
Drummond will be a problem for Cato. Not, the whole series, but in spurts. I would have rather played the Magic. That's all I'm saying. The Celtics should easily win.
Who's a better tune-up for the New York Knicks?
76. I think because of the potential bigs, I would lean 76ers, but I just don't think the Magic have the front court that the Knicks do.
Can't score enough.
Exactly.
They have 97. They do have 97 points tonight.
It's not enough, though.
It's not. You're right. In the NBA, you need
not
110.
anymore.
Which is the 76ers are on the brink. Now, the 76ers coach has won a championship.
Yeah, when he had the best player in the world that year.
Desmond Bane.
And we are going to get kind of a treat tonight, NBA fans. You're going to get Steph Curry versus Kawhi Leonard in a one-game elimination game. So enjoy. I mean, enjoy that. That's like a college basketball game almost.
The play-in games have been good, the three of them, right? I know this one, it took the final.
This is the ugliest of the three so far, but still a decent enough product.
When you can't inbound the basketball, you know you hate your coach.
He's fired before we leave tonight.
Ooh, does he make the flight home?
Oh, well, I guess Dawson is right. They do technically still have another game.
What?
They play on Friday.
Oh, I hate that.
Yes, because this was the 7-8 game, not the 9-10 game. The loser of that game is done.
Gets knocked out.
Yes, yeah. So, like last night, the Magic, or the Hornets ended Bam Adebayo and Eric Spoelstra's season.
Oh, the Heat. Oh, they're done.
The Heat are done. Yes.
See
I know we do this every year, and it's still
I know.
convoluted. It is. It's.
We have different audiences that don't know that.
And sometimes, Joe, I don't know.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
76ers win 109-97. It's going to be Celtics 76ers on Sunday. Can we tweet that out?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think there's other things we have to get to, Joe.
Okay. Now, I said RFK penis earlier. Just so you know, I have RFK penis. Yes. RFK penis.
Yeah, Joe, would you like to fill us in on why you said that earlier?
Because there was a story today that was sent over to me by one James Scaramuzzino.
I can read the headline if you'd like.
Please, if you'd like, yes.
Yeah, RFK Jr. once chopped off a dead raccoon's penis to study later while on a family road trip. Reads headline from the New York Post.
Have you ever studied a penis?
Other than,
like your own?
My own in my youth. I mean, no.
That's weird. I'm sorry I asked you that.
No, it's a fair question.
But I've never, I've dissected frogs before.
Not their penises, though.
Never. I
don't even know where it would be.
Dawson, have you ever dissected penises outside of your own? Okay.
Hope he hasn't dissected his own either.
I'm sorry for asking that question.
Can you ask an intern that?
But why does RFK... why does he want to dissect raccoons?
I think it's just wildlife in general he has a fascination with. Remember, he killed a bear and left it in Central Park, a cub, I believe?
Did he dissect their penis?
I don't know if we ever got reports on that.
What does a bear's penis look like?
Joe, you're asking me a lot of questions I don't have the answer to. Hairy, I would imagine? I don't know. Can I give you some quotes from the article?
Please.
The bizarre account by the nation's top civilian health official. Let me just read that again so people know what timeline we're in. The bizarre account by the nation's top civilian health official was unearthed in his new book, RFK Jr., The Fall and Rise, from a wide range of sources, including private journals. While he lived in New York in 1999 and 2001. I was standing in front of my parked car on I-684, cutting the penis out of a road-killed raccoon, thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be. Reads a surreal passage in which the Health and Human Services head was reportedly lamenting his rocky relationship with his brother Douglas Kennedy and cousin Bobby Shriver while cutting the penis off of a raccoon. My kids waited patiently in the car, he noted, later telling People magazine he collected the raccoon's genitals so he could study them later.
Study that? I mean, you cut it off. How do you study it?
I mean, the craziest part about it might be the sentence, I was standing in front of my parked car on I-684, cutting the penis out of a road-killed raccoon, thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be. Now,
it contradicts yourself.
Who am I to say what is weird and what isn't, Joe? But if you're the guy doing that to roadkill and you think your other family members are the weird ones, there might be a lot about the Kennedys even we don't know.
That is, I'm sorry, I'm out.
I'm just the messenger, Joe. I just read the headlines.
And they're famous people, right? So, like, famous people do weird stuff, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. But that is definitely a story.
Yeah.
That is definitely a story. On a serious note, this is the anniversary of the marathon bombing in 2013. I was in Medford at the time, and I do remember police at MIT, and I believe the police officer was shot and killed. A campus police officer was shot and killed that day. We were working over in Brighton at the time, and there was a manhunt in the streets. And I believe there was a standoff in the Home Depot parking lot in Watertown, which led to being on foot and being found in a boat. It was a wild time. It was a tragic time. And when I really think back on it, like it was bad. I remember we had Joe Andruzzi on during football season, and he talked about how he just went into rescue mode instantly. And I last week, didn't we see Martin Richards' father on one of the broadcasts that they had? But just thinking about that, this is the anniversary. 13 was that 2013, right? So that would be 13 years ago. And obviously that night or that week, the Bruins played in the playoff game. I remember the cheer. And how could you forget David Ortiz saying, "This is our bleeping city," live on television, which was one of the biggest moments ever, polarizing moments. So I just, they went on to win the World Series, guys. Did you remember that? They just went on to win the World Series, and they got behind the city got behind them. They got behind the city. It was a tragic time, but a really just amazing time in the city of community and people coming together to help each other. And there was a lot of sadness and tragedy in it, but at the same time, it was just, you think back on it and look where we are now. Things are in a very great place. Things are in a very, very great place. All right, I didn't mean to give a buzzkill there. But you know what, guys? I put this in the email, or I threw it in Slack. Well, why don't we go to break with our buddy, Renee? If you guys remember, Renee Rancourt. It was basically, now Todd Angeli is now the singer, but it was Renee Rancourt back then. It was the first post-marathon sporting event in the city of Boston. We'll go to break with Renee Rancourt and the Boston crowd as we take a quick break here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed as I whose trust and my son through the perilous fight, for the were so gallantly streamed.
Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Hawks are minus 275 versus the Hawks. They're heavy. Very heavy on that one. I kind of like the Hawks in that series. I don't see how New York look ahead? Certainly could happen. And then the Hornets and Magic will play each other. That game's on Friday night. The winner of that game will play Detroit in the first round. And right now, Charlotte 3.5-point favorites in that one. So we at least know the first round opponent for the Celtics will be the Philadelphia 76ers. They are plus 600, minus 900. I mean, these are huge, huge odds for the Celtics. Huge odds. They might have been minus 900 versus Orlando last year. Is that correct? I have to look back at it, Skaz, but that's huge. I bet you there's some money in whatever, however many games they go. But Celtics 76ers first round. How to stop Tyrese Maxey would be number one if we were looking at it, Skaz. Number two, can the bigs get spread by an Andre Drummond? Is there a player that could be an X factor for the 76ers?
No.
I'd have to look into that one, but no. In my opinion and what I've watched, and again, we did see them in person.
Minus 900, Joe.
just look the other way.
I mean, I think they're a good, first round matchup. I think Tyrese Maxey can steal a game. I think, VJ Edgecombe will be a very good player in the league for a long time, but the Boston Celtics should have zero to one problems with the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's Tyrese Maxey.
Who covers him?
I'd like to say Derek White, but I think you'll get Jalen on him at times.
Okay.
I'd like to see them throw, Pritchard and Ugo at him at times. I think you're going to be able to do that in the first round.
Well, you play 9 guys with Ugo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think in the first round, Boston will be able to kind of play a little bit more. I think playing Philly almost we saw at the end of the season, Missoula showed teams nothing. That next game where Jalen sat, they showed nothing. They ran basic offense. I wouldn't be surprised if they are pretty tame against the 76ers. And then we'll see different looks and a shorter roster as the playoffs go on. But I think they'll try and get away with playing more guys with Jalen and Tatum still obviously, dealing with things. So maybe that's an advantage for the Celtics if you want to look at it that way long term, that this first round matchup may let them play more guys than they normally would.
Yeah, and I think that could really warm them up too. So Paul George, I know is he bum? Can we call him a bum?
He's on bum watch.
He's on bum watch.
Yeah.
Tyrese Max, Kelly Oubre, I know can do things, but I don't know who's going to do something off their bench besides Drummond. Barlow, Quentin Grimes, minus 900. I think, and I'll look it up.
Minus 900.
It's one of the highest I've ever seen. That's one of the highest I've ever seen, as far as odds go. But there you go. Their matchups are set. Let's get our final headline of the night with Dawson Dabari, Triple D. Coming up next, right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox salvaged Game 3 of the series with the Minnesota Twins today, 9-5. Trevor Story had the big day offensively with a 3-run homer and a 2-run double. And Connolly Early went 6 innings with 5 strikeouts and just 1 earned run in the longest start of his young career. The 76ers defeated the Magic 109-97 in the play-in tournament, and they will be the opponent in the first round for the Celtics. That series will begin on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Clippers and Warriors are underway in their play-in game as they battle it out for the 8 seed. The Warriors currently leading 19-18. Winner of this game will face the Suns on Friday night. And the NBA is fining Charlotte's LaMelo Ball $35,000 for his trip of Miami's Bam Adebayo and upgrading the action to a flagrant foul, plus fining him $25,000 for cursing in a post-game interview. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free. So does Awaken 180. Medication-free, side effect-free, and free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com. I'm Dawson DeBerry on Boston's home for sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Boston chants. Oh, I love it. Love that. Watching the Dodgers game right now. They get the old Brooklyn Dodgers hats on. Those are cool. We'll be here tomorrow. Once again, full show. We have Cerrone Battle joining us tomorrow night. He's going to be with us post-game during the Celtics playoff run. He was with us during the last couple. So he's one for two with winning a championship. So we're going back at it, everybody, this year. And my take is the NBA needs the Celtics. I'll keep saying it. They need him. So we'll have him, and then we have your boy Kyle Irvin. Not Kyrie.
Not Kyrie. Yeah, my boy Kyle Irving, Underdog Fantasy, covers the NBA for Underdog. He was covering the last 2 nights, doing the play-in game. So, yeah, we'll get a little kind of around the NBA playoff preview, but some, Celtics, 76ers as well. Kyle, a man who used to work for Villanova, so he's got some Philly ties.
So we did hockey tonight, basketball tomorrow.
That's it. And Matt McCarthy will be here Friday to tell us about the Red Sox.
I'm going to leave here tomorrow night. My bag's already packed, kind of. I got to buy some toiletries. And then, I'll be on my way. I've already got 2 places in Vegas I've picked out to eat. I might drive directly there. I'm not sure. Not going to do In-N-Out Burger, though, because it's kind of overrated, not going to lie to you. Just a take. That's just a take. We got Sarko on the line. Sarko from his office. Hello, Sarko. Hello, Sarko. We have lost Sarko. Topher is in Reading, Massachusetts. Hello, Topher.
Hey, Joe. Feels like a decade since I've actually called in and said hello.
When is the last time you've called in and said hello?
Oh, God. I've been so busy. I think it's been probably about almost 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
I saw that you tried something tonight.
I did.
Would you like to give your review?
It was a dirty Mountain Dew.
So it's a dirty Mountain Dew.
Dirty Mountain Dew.
So tell us what that is.
It's a Mountain Dew with cream soda.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
So did it taste like cream soda?
Semi-disappointed.
Did it taste like cream soda? Hello? Are you there? Topher? Hello? Hello? Topher! Topher! Hello? Can you hear me?
It's a damn French call screener.
Is everything okay?
Who knows?
He's gone.
Sarko wasn't there either. I think it's got to be. It's always our phones. It always is.
Yeah, I could hear him. He couldn't hear me.
I could hear you.
In or out on cream soda?
Out.
You ever had a root beer float?
In.
You ever had a root beer float, Dawson? All right, I just want to make sure. Sometimes the kids don't know.
You never know.
Do you like Mountain Dew?
Fine. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in years.
You ever had Code Red?
Allergic to Code Red. Probably only allergic to I had a slushie. Yeah, bad. Not great.
By the way, I should have mentioned this, but Slurpees and 7-Eleven, what's going on there? What's going on with Slurpees? Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't. Please fill me in.
All right.
Aren't they known for their Slurpees?
Well, yeah. Back in the day, we used to go to Quincy. The one, yeah, because we'd cut through Hyde Park, and we would go. But there are huge Slurpee cups, by the way. That you're right. That is what it's known for. All right. Well, I guess our phones are having an issue. I don't know what to do. Sorry, everybody who's been trying to call. Ooh, sour flavors. Oh, free Slurpee Day would be 7-Eleven. When is that? July 11th? Okay.
It would be.
Would be. Tomorrow night, Skaz, we're going to have donuts from Masshold Donuts.
Oh, we are?
Yes, they're going to meet me in Watertown.
There's a rumor there may be some cookies as well tomorrow night.
We need a makeup for tonight. What is going on with the phone? Do you see that? It's like someone calls and then it just shortages right out. I don't like this. Oh God, who's working in the morning? Who's here in the morning?
I would imagine it's Adam 12 and Ryan Beaton and Nick Gemelli.
Did you hear Fred? Jake had to use his computer yesterday.
I missed this.
So I heard it live. Fred has Nick log in for him. And
why?
I don't know. Okay. And so Jake had to. They basically, Jim texted Nick like, "Hey, Jake's going to use Fred's computer for the big board," and he logged in, and now Fred couldn't get in today for some reason, and he was upset, and he called him the kid. So Jake's now the kid.
The kid. I don't hate that.
And Hardy called him Big Jake, which I've never heard anybody call him Big Jake.
Heard him referred to as Jolly Jake.
Jolly Jake.
I believe Tom Morgan called him that when he was an intern.
Okay. But yes, this brings me back to a time, Skaz. There was once a bit where we found a bunch of people from the radio station to send Fred a message. And we had to have Fred identify these people. So one of them was Matt McCarthy. One of them was Tim McCone. One of them was Kristen Sermon at the time, who was working here. Who is the...
Was Tucker here?
One was Tucker, because he got mad at Tucker because I logged in one day, and I had Tucker's login. And I believe Mason Souza was the other one. But imagine, like... Could you do that now, Skaz? Like if somebody was like, "Hey, Skaz, how are ya?"
I think I could identify everyone that works here.
Everyone?
Like on air? Yeah.
Ryan, Nick, Adam.
Yeah. Well, I've never met Adam.
You've never met Adam?
No, our paths would not cross.
That's
but I think
true.
I know his voice.
Do you think you know what he looks like?
I'm pretty sure. Have you
met Wallach?
Of course, I've worked many of Celtics games.
Oh, that's right,
Wallach. John Wall, of course.
He was listening.
Wallach out.
He was listening tonight.
Him and Max, a very big fan of Wallach.
He texted me that Drive the Knob was a movie back in the 80s.
Some Wallach T-shirts hanging around.
Yeah, I just. The phones are down. I'm sorry. Mr. Hey, where the hell has Ryan and Medford been? Ryan and Malden been? I haven't heard him anywhere.
I don't know. Is that's our firework buddy? Is who you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I hope he's all right. Want to do some WrestleMania props tomorrow, Joe?
Yes. So, are you going to watch? It's free.
It depends on the playoff schedule.
Well, the game's so I'm going to watch in Vegas, 10 a.m.
Well, I'm saying it depends, like what the Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, that's
night
right,
because
you have the Green Teamers podcast that you'll have to do,
and just NBA and NHL playoffs on the East Coast. It's a little tougher.
That's right. I'll be 10 in the morning. And I'm going to WrestleMania. Yeah, we're going to a brunch. I don't know where. We went to the Bacchanal. Okay. Hey, for Dawson DeBari and James Scaramuzzino, I'm Joe Murray in this hour. The Sports Hub has been brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit oilchange.com. You'll save 50% on your next draft oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change.